minis for us, but I don't know where BJ went.
She's probably downstairs getting the rest of the stuff together for us.
Yeah.
If she even had, I mean, I guess she can kind of wing it until while she.
Well, I mean, you can tell us more Dragon Force stories in the meantime.
I don't have a Dragon Force story, but I mean, the show was really good. Other than when they were playing through the Fire and the Flames.
Yeah.
One of the guitarists fucked up one of his solos, and they had to completely start the entire song over
Oh my god!
Because he literally fucked up so bad he couldn't recover, and he just stopped the whole song. It was like, we're gonna start from we're gonna do the whole song over again.
Yeah, well, that's live shows for you.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty fun.
I wasn't there, but POD had a similar thing where like they were at the amphitheater, and they were gonna do a video, like a live music video for their song Satellite, and I mean one of my friends happened to be there, and like he told me like the next day, like, oh man, they had us restart that song like 10 fucking times because like yeah, the video production was all wrong, and then they had
That's the worst. Like whenever,
like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's always a crapshoot when a band gets on stage and they're like, "Oh, we're recording this for a whatever." Right. I'm always like, "This could either be awesome,
or it could be not,
or it could be really annoying because they're gonna have to like, redo shit."
Then you have to edit everything out.
Yeah.
And yeah. So hi everybody.
Oh, everybody.
We didn't see you there. Welcome back.
Today's episode of Have to Go Heroes, where I take a bunch of my friends through D&D.
This is the Ghosts of SaltMarsh?
Yep, the Ghosts of SaltMarsh.
Not the Ghost of Ben Marsh. That comes later.
Every time I hear Ghosts of SaltMarsh, that's pretty much what I think.
I know, poor Ben. That stupid nickname that he had.
Sorry, we get to make fun of him because he's not here right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ben. I'm not going to be here until regular stream.
Well, I mean, he's got stuff to do, but...
I mean, he's probably just sleeping.
To be fair, that's something to do.
He might be playing Warhammer.
Honestly,
that's also something to do.
I had a hard time getting out of bed this morning, to be honest. So
yeah, well, we did have some time.
I would have been here at 10.
We did have some time, but the stuff could not happen. Yeah, plans went through, but it's all right.
It's all right.
We're here.
It's all right.
You're here.
Yep.
And that's all that really matters, right?
So yeah, Ghosts of SaltMarsh, they just came out with this book, adventure book. It's based on an old second edition adventure, a bunch of different.
He's out.
Okay. A bunch of different one-shots, but you can combine them all together to make one big adventure. It's designed to take you from levels 1 to 12.
And they're all kind of themed around like sailing and watery stuff and being on the shore and
salt and marshes.
Pirates, yeah,
salts and marshes. You start in the town, literally called SaltMarsh, and you uncover stuff going on.
Things and stuff.
Stuff and things.
That involves possibly commandeering a ship, and some nautical adventures. A potential war brewing between two races.
How much of the book have you actually read through?
Wizardbook and the Sahagin? Yeah, Sahagin. I've read all the way up to the first adventure, of course, and then a little bit the second adventure. But
are you liking the way it's laid out?
At first I was kind of worried because I remember my time when I was trying to run Prince of the Apocalypse.
Do you have something?
Like Prince of the Apocalypse.
You have a character?
I will by the time we get there.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was running Prince of the Apocalypse with a bunch of friends, that book was horribly structured.
I have my iPad.
But
yeah, they've gotten better about it. I've actually been really impressed with how Dragon Heist was written.
This
one's good.
Sweet.
One thing I have to get better prepared for is go through and actually have a notebook where I can
best picture.
All the numbers that correspond to different places in the town or points of interest on the map, wherever you guys are going.
So stuff is going to happen.
Things and stuff.
DM screen right now.
TK will have you covered.
We don't have any DM screens around here.
Oh, we might.
Bam.
Should have brought
I
mine.
now know.
I actually have one in the car. I did not bring it up because it's there for
Or
when
take the
Bethany gets
Dungeon
here
Master's
later.
Guide. Just boom.
Prop it up.
I don't think it really matters.
I don't think it matters at all.
It's alright.
So we know each other, right?
I'm old school. Yeah, you guys know each other.
Because I
I'm
didn't
old
start
school
it
like
in the
that.
truck.
How long have we known each other?
Not too long, because you're all level 1. But you've...
I'm trying to determine how much of my character I want to have given up to these people in terms of information.
Oh boy.
So,
Your name is Bruce Wayne. We all know you, and you're not Batman. We don't know that at all.
Nope.
So, right. Well, so what I was originally planning on doing, which I'll probably going to do, since I'm still kind of developing the skeletal structures of my world, and of course they even tell you you can place this town anywhere you want to.
I am playing a character,
So it's probably going to be in my world.
artificer.
I would say
So it's a whole new world.
Bruce Wayne. I don't know.
What?
What kind of character are you?
As far as you know, I am a dwarven rogue.
Okay, good enough.
I think I'll say your
Hides
character
in
is
his
actually either lives close to or has lived in a city called Talisheim. The sovereign for that city has been getting reports from his councilman and his spy master that there may be some shady crap going on in SaltMarsh involving a smuggling ring and pirates profiting off of the people of SaltMarsh, and that SaltMarsh is not a big town, but it's still a prominent fishing town, and there are some not really the mayor would be one of them, but there's other figures that have actually gotten a lot of money from their times as a merchant. So there's some rumors that some of the merchants, the higher end, rich merchants, maybe in on this smuggling thing. And then another rumor suggested that there may be a weird conflict brewing between two races that are at war with each other, and SaltMarsh is caught in the middle, but they don't know that they're actually caught in the middle.
I am, in case it matters at all for anything that you want to do, I worship. I don't know what your world is. I purposely didn't pick a specific deity because I didn't know where this was going to be set.
Yeah, I think
world-wise.
what I'll do is I'll adopt. I mean, I'll have my own Pantheon later on, but I think I'm going to have the multiverse theory as well.
Okay.
Incorporated into everything.
Regardless, I to fit sort of the theme of this, I worship a god of sort of storms.
Okay. Perfect.
So, whatever name you want to give that, I wasn't sure again what your deities were going to be. So,
Stormy McStormface.
Stormy McStormface.
Story.
That is the internet default for every game.
He was once a man. He ascended to godhood.
He
The
was
stormiest
once
of
a man.
storms of all. There actually is
Like a list of deities or whatever.
I think
in
it's
there.
a water god of some sort. The temple that's in the town. Temple of Propane.
Temple of Propane.
Temple of propane
Totally
and
right.
propane accessories.
That is Hank Hill's, the god of
Yeah.
propane. Propane accessories.
Welcome to the Temple of Propane.
I would totally be a cleric for him. And Baba's May.
Propane is like a sea god temple or a sea god of some sort.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm into that. But I was kind of going with something that would fit with the theme of the sea, but not be the sea directly.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I was thinking storms or squalls, stuff like that. It also helps fit other thematic elements of my character. So
So yeah, what's your character like, Alice?
I am a Kalishtar artificer. So, yes, indeed. This will be interesting. Haven't played one in a while.
He's a being that has another alien being living inside of his
Exactly.
I'm
mind.
a dude who's dressed up like another dude inside another dude.
Pretty much.
Yeah, college stars.
I love Eberron so much.
It's so great.
Mark is not playing one right. That's okay.
Eh,
I'm excited that we're actually getting a physical Eberron book now.
Yes,
I know,
I am
right?
super excited. Like, I love Eberron.
I do too.
Oh my god.
awesome.
All right, so set us up.
Yeah. So we're gonna open this up. Try to I don't know a whole lot of time, but we started kind of late. So you guys were staying. Like you arrived in town, and you're staying at the. Sorry.
The Drunken Clam.
Close. It is called the Snapping Line.
Snapping
Actually,
line
The Snapping Line. Yeah.
with an N,
As in
not the
fish-
snapping lime like the
Yeah.
fruit.
Sorry, as in the fishing line. Snapping Line.
Okay.
Line. Okay. Not like the snappy line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a witty joke
Yeah.
or anything. It's
It's the more popular of the inns and taverns in this town. I mean, there's only two. There's the more shadier, like where a lot of the dingier, like fishermen and bandits. Well, not bandits, but people of ill reputation like to hang out. That's closer to like
smells of fish.
the almost the entrance of the town, whatever, and kind of the outskirts, right by the coast. The Snapping Line is more inward.
How
and
big of a town is SaltMarsh?
SaltMarsh is
So based on that picture, not terribly
big.
not terribly big. Okay.
yeah, not terribly big.
It's the equivalent of one of those towns you pass driving through the Midwest. That's like a single main thoroughfare,
Right.
and then with a bunch of
Show the
Oh,
camera.
the couple
I drove through
stoplights.
Plenty of those towns in the
Yeah.
past
Kind
couple
of
weeks.
looks, kind of looks like. It has. So the Snapping Line is it's a unique place because this it was built in the planks and hulls of like a half a dozen decommissioned fishing ships, and of course the decoration is nautical in theme. One of the things that they don't do though is they haven't. It's not staffed heavily enough to clean the smell of fish like off the walls. So when people do stay there, their stuff will tend to if you stay there long enough, you'll come out smelling like you were on the sea or fish.
First thing I need to do is find a prestidigitation and cast air freshener.
Do you have prestidigitation?
No, I don't think I do.
I was gonna say I don't remember it being.
It
on
looks like
there.
there's only first level spells on this list. So it's a cantrip. It's a gimme.
So, BJ, what were you doing for your character?
I am a
Dragon,
dragonborn.
Yeah.
And I carry around a bow.
So a ranger.
Cool.
Yeah.
I am silver.
A silver dragonborn.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
So you're silver
Or
ranger.
white.
What's your sword? No.
See.
Morphin time.
Yeah.
Pretty sure the silver ranger is a Ford Focus.
Yeah.
Is their sword.
Ironically enough, that's what you're having now. So the thing about Dragonborns is that this town hasn't seen a lot of they've seen elves, they've seen dwarves, they've seen halflings and gnomes, all kinds of races. They haven't seen some of the more exotic races. They don't get a lot of tieflings. They don't get a lot of Dragonborn. They don't get a lot of anything else that doesn't resemble what they've seen before.
Kalashars look pretty human.
Yeah,
Right.
Kalashars
So-
look
I
pretty
can
human.
pass
So
off,
you don't get real books, but you do.
It's
There's-
fine. I'm giving weird looks back.
And no one's approach you in a foul manner or anything like that. It's more like they don't know who or what you are, and you and there have been. You also have heard rumors that there may be some kind of weird turf war between two other races. One of those races being lizard folk, and ignorant people, like mistake Dragonborn for lizard folk.
Won't mistake when I get irritated enough to snap their heads off.
So
Yeah, a simple explanation will solve it. But like for the most part, most general citizens that are walking around give you a wide berth. Like if you're on one side of the street, they'll cross it to the other side to let you like.
So I should have my trophy kill like hanging from my shoulder or something.
So just as a general understanding, like what my character
I like that a lot.
looks like, I look like a pretty typical dwarf in terms of height, stocky, a male dwarf, braided beard, long braided beard. I don't wear armor. All I wear, clothing wise, is what appear to be almost these sea green robes that you would think would almost be priestly in nature, though, and you know that I worship a god of storms. I also have a embroidered on these this robe. On the breast is looks like a storm cloud with a lightning bolt coming off of it, or in multiple directions, and then I have a giant greatsword that stretches across my entire back, and then a heavy crossbow strapped across the other side. And
you get weird looks too.
Yeah.
Like, the hell is he here for?
It's a weird sight simply because typically somebody who's as heavily armed as me, most people also see being heavily armored, and I am not. I look like I should be a priest of some sort, but I look like I'm a priest out to murder everything around me.
Priest of murder, go!
But yeah.
Cool. This Kalstar looks sort of human-ish. Medium size, blue hair, brown hair, blue eyes, male.
Why don't you have pretty eyes? Give me that character sheet.
Yeah, right? This is the wrong one. No. He's got weapons. He doesn't use them often. He likes to have pockets. Pockets are life for this guy, I've decided. Anything he can just pick up and mess with, artifice, tinker with, he's got pockets for it. He's got like a pocket with a hex nut. He's got a pocket with like 3 screws. He's got a pocket for knives, a pocket for...
Everything in its place.
Everything in its place.
What class are you?
I'm an artificer.
Okay, so you're using the Arcana one?
Yeah.
I think we are.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
The latest revision for it?
Yeah, the mighty purple or whatever, the MP sheet didn't have the newest update, so I went to D&D Beyond and ran it through that and made it and printed it out. So.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
we do. We should have it.
Yeah, actually.
I think it is actually hit the first record.
Call it whatever.
So, coming from the road to SaltMarsh, you guys would have met somewhere along the way. And I'll let you guys figure out any kind of detailed backstories later if we want to continue this after it's all said and done.
I mean, if you gotta use this.
Yeah, you all entered together and you found the snapping line, and then sitting around just having a decent meal. It's about noon, so lunchtime. The weather it's warm with a nice breeze coming off the ocean. Pretty salty. But I mean, town looks like any other town.
Take my fish and just hold it in the air, get some salt on it.
When you guys at the tavern, there's a human woman behind the bar area, kind of it's not very busy at this time. The fishermen and sailors and there's even a local there's a local band of dwarves that have a mining operation not too far from here, and they seem to be. It's also contributing to the town's economy in some way. But there's not a whole lot of people in here right now. The proprietor, welcomes you, and tells you to have a seat anywhere you want to.
Cool.
And then she'll send someone over to service to take your order. So,
Okay.
and before long, a little halfling male comes over. It's like, oh, hello! Welcome to the Snapping Line. My name is Jarvis. Can I help you?
Biggest muggle value you got?
Can do. You, sir?
What's the catch of the day?
Catch of the day. We've got a nice, lovely swordfish.
That sounds delicious.
Okay. Butter? You like butter?
Oh, do I?
Alright. Anything to drink?
Yeah, ale. It's fine.
Coming right up. And you, sir, ma'am, I'm sorry.
It's well enough.
Yes.
Alcohol.
Very well. 3 ales, 1 swordfish, coming right up. And he scampers off.
Cool.
There any other patrons?
Yes, there are a couple of look like Sierra kind of dudes playing cards in the corner. There's another guy off further back. This inn actually has a little kind of like a den area where there's there's a fire, there's a hearth, but it's not lit or anything.
Yeah.
All the windows are open with a nice breeze coming through. This guy sitting there in a chair, and attempting to light his pipe. Other than that, I'm just not. Yeah, you're the only other patrons in here. So as Jervis comes back a few minutes later, in 2 hands, has your giant mug of
I look at it wide-eyed, like, oh, sweet mother.
and he's like, I'll be right back. And that's the only thing you can carry. Comes back later with 2 more regular-sized ales for you.
Yes.
It's empty.
Already?
When he returns, it's empty.
Say, oh, would you like a refill, sir?
Yes.
Yeah.
Giant ale.
And I'll say he'll back a few seconds later with another thing. Food's cooking. It'll be right out in a few minutes.
Sweet.
You can even smell it.
Oi, son.
It's wafting from the kitchen in the back.
Son, I hear, lots of ships in and out of this port. Any word on any looking for crew?
You asked the bard,
The halfling.
Okay,
Yeah.
before he leaves. All right.
Yeah.
Says, you can go down to the docks. I don't go down there much myself. I think, the sea lady, maybe. I think they just came in. I think they might be looking for a few people. That's all I really know at the moment.
All right, thanks.
All right then. Maybe after lunch we should go down there.
Figure.
So,
Because you said we're pretty much in town, or at least I'd say I'm in town. The idea of trying to sniff out this smuggling operation.
yeah.
So my thought process is, people who are going to have the most to say about it are probably the people who are working on the ships and the docks.
Yeah,
and stuff like
go ahead and
that,
make a perception check, all of you.
Alright. Perception. Oh.
What is touchscreen? Oh, that's exciting. Okay. Mine's touchscreen, and then I get thrown off by things that are not.
Boo! I got a 13.
Cool.
I got 10.
Okay. 15? Alright. Yeah, it wasn't a hard DC. The place is not it's not small, but it's not big either. As you guys are kind of waiting for your food and you're enjoying your ales, you catch a conversation between the two sailors that are playing cards off in the corner somewhere. They're like, hey John, did you see anything weird last night at that house? Yeah, mate. I didn't go near the place. It's weird lights, and I think I heard a horrible scream coming from that old house down the road. So, what do you think it is? It's best not to talk about it. I want nothing to do with it. That's all you really hear. Let me go back to dealing.
Stand up. Sort of waddle on over to their table with my giant mug. I set it down in the middle of their game.
Boom.
like not on the edge of the table, just sort of in the between the two of them.
On the cards.
Sloshes
Yeah.
over onto the cards.
Exactly. And
Hello?
couldn't help but overhear. Said something about screams from some house.
Oh, yeah, about 4 miles north of town, on a cliff. There's it's an old house. Very old. An old alchemist used to live there. From what I've heard in my youth, not a very nice person, but he's no longer there, and no one no longer lives there. And the house is pretty much run down and crumbling. But there's been sightings that people have, not just me, but people have seen strange lights flickering off and on from the house. And if you get close enough, sometimes you hear this wailing of a voice. It's hard to distinguish.
What was your lot doing out there?
Male or female? I myself was out for a walk. John, how did you hear about it? It's I was on the sea, lady, when we were coming into port. We had to come by close to that area. And it was at night, so I can confirm what you saw as well. But
No, this town got watch guards, I assume, keepers of the peace.
Yeah, somewhat. They stay close to the town, though. They don't venture too far from the outskirts.
No one's thought to maybe inform them there might be people injured in a house outside of town.
You've got a lot of superstitious folks around here, sir. Not just sailors, but common folk as well. You can ask anybody. No one wants to go near that place.
Either of you married?
I'm not. John? It's alright. Too busy.
I assume you got mums.
I do.
Imagine if that scream was your mom. I pick up my glass and walked off.
Dude, that's fucked up. No. They kind of give you whatever kind of attitude and kind of go back to their game.
Don't ruin their game.
By the time you come back, Jervis has come with your swordfish.
Excellent. I'm so what's up?
Oh. Don't know that has anything to do with this.
Salt.
We'll say goings on that we're here for, but apparently there's some, well, by description, haunted house, maybe 4 miles outside of town.
Yeah.
Might be somebody's hurt.
Well,
Might be that somebody's using a dilapidated old house and odd sounds and lights to scare away folks so as not to see what they don't want to be seen.
That's probably more likely. If there was anybody hurt, they for that long, they wouldn't be hurt for much longer. Still.
Before long, that guy that was over by the fireplace, the unlit fireplace, kind of like walks over. He still got his pipe going. It's lit now. And I said, yeah, older guy. Looks like to be about maybe his like early 50s. Salt and pepper, like short, rough hair, human. He's like, what do you want to know about that house?
What are the rumors? What's been seen? What's been heard?
Well, wasn't too long ago that I myself found myself wandering there. I was on my way to SaltMarsh, decided to take a shortcut, and saw the old house. Figured I could get a quick rest, and be on my way. I came in through the back of the house, from what it looks like, and maybe I could find some food. Maybe what's left over. No one seemed to be at home. At the time, I didn't have a whole lot of coin with me, so I was coming to SaltMarsh because I was promised a job.
No one at this table cares if you stole something from a dead man.
Okay. I was didn't know if you were all for some kind of law enforcement or something.
Not of such, no.
I also started looking around for a cellar. Maybe this old place kept an old wine cellar. Yeah, maybe I get a drink. As I found the entrance to the cellar. When I started to descend, that's when I heard the terrible, ghastly scream, like someone was screaming bloody murder. Of course, I am immediately frightened out of my wits, and I just get out of that place as fast as I can. I could have swore I saw swarms of rats, and when I look back, maybe a ghostly image trying to follow me, and I was scared out of my mind.
Well, rats in an old house ain't that weird, but
Ghost of a rat?
it's the Rat King.
Rats.
You
You knew it was coming.
You never miss an opportunity.
I don't.
Of course.
So
That's all.
I'd be like, all right. So you haven't been back since?
No, no, sir.
Would you like to go back today?
Huh?
Would you like to go back today?
I would not, madam.
All right. Well, might be that we'll go check it out.
Yes, I hear it's gotten enough attention that the town mayor at some point wants to investigate it, but of course he can't get any of his done.
So what you're saying is somebody
Somebody might pay.
sounds like somebody may pay. All right. That's good. That is good news. I was gonna go.
Pocket full of change.
I was going to go take a look anyways, but if I can get paid for doing it, all the better.
He might be visiting the tavern here soon. I hear he likes to eat here a lot. So,
Is this the only tavern in town?
No, there's
I think we passed one on the way in, but
but my break's over, so I'm gonna go back to work. You folks have a nice day.
what is it you do?
the shrubber. Makes and sells shrubberies.
His
I
name is
work-
Robert. Robert the Shrubber.
I assist the dwarven smith master at the forge.
One of my kin here is in town. Maybe I'll pop in.
Lots of your kids, actually. They have a mining operation not too far from here.
Nothing heard from them? Odd going ons in the mines or nothing?
No, nothing in particular.
Alright.
Not that they would chat. I just kind of mutter that to myself, like.
If they come into town for drink, you get a dwarf with enough of these in them, you never know what they'll say.
Noted.
That's good.
Which
So, yeah.
we'll wait around, I guess, and
Yeah, a few moments go by. And
wait
then
to see if the mayor shows up.
More patrons start kind of pouring into the their lunch hours. I guess starts to late. A lot of the sailors and dock workers who are taking their breaks, taking their midday breaks for the time. A few well-dressed individuals. I mean, well-dressed is a relative term, but clothes that looked like they've been cleaned on a regular basis. People walk in. There's like a man, a woman, and then another man. They go up to the bar area. They talk a minute with the proprietor, and then like small idle chit chat, and then they go find a table not too far from you guys. Sit down and stuff. Yeah.
I go over to the barkeep, and I put a silver down. I'm just like, you mind just giving me a tap on the shoulder when the mayor comes in, if he comes in?
Oh, you're looking for like town elders? You can talk to those three over there.
Oh, all the better. Thank you. I'll slide the coin over to her.
Just takes them. Thanks you.
Was it the ones that just came in?
Yeah, the trio that came in.
I'll head over to the table and just sort of say, excuse me, fine gents. I know you must be here for a meal, but I've heard that this town may be looking for individuals to investigate some superstitions outside of town. There might be coin in it for those of us willing.
The woman there kind of eyes you, and it's just like, yeah, why don't you grab a chair?
Sit down.
When she says that, I walk up behind.
I'm still on that fish.
I know you're still eating. I pull up a chair and flip it and sit.
This is one of my compatriots.
They look at you. Any relation? And she says, any relation to the lizard folk?
Only if lizard folk are silver dragons.
Oh, you're a dragonborn.
Aye.
She introduces herself as Etta Owen, female human. And then the gentleman, one of the gentlemen names himself as Galen Primewater, is also human. He's a bit older than she is. He's got a neatly trimmed beard and sporting what you probably would consider a fancy wardrobe for this particular town.
One of the more fancier folk.
Yeah. Etta is also she's older. She's older too. The gentleman looks clearly older than she is, but she's also starting to show signs of age. Her hair is starting to gray, and she has it cut short, and her face looks like it's bore marks of or bears marks of a life that's lived mainly outdoors. But she's very well dressed, and it looks like she has a lot of money.
Well dressed, but looks like they might have worked to earn that money at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not what we're used to seeing in traditional nobility.
the other gentleman there, he introduces himself as Elander Fireborn, also a human. He looks older as well, but it looks like he might have led a life of some kind of either a lot of heavy lifting, or maybe smithing, or maybe even fighting, because he's
Well
still
built.
pretty well built. Like,
He's like a modern day Arnold Schwarzenegger.
yeah.
I'm sorry. What was the name of the first lady?
Edda, EDA, Edda Oland, Oweland.
And this guy was what?
The first gentleman was Galen Primewater.
Okay.
Alright. So, and yeah, she says, well, the thing is, I don't quite believe all the superstitions surrounding that old house. What I know as a child, there used to be an old man, claimed to be an alchemist, who used to live there. At some points, he was very shut in. When I remember, he only came to town once in a while, but not a very pleasant individual. Eventually, something must have happened, and then the house just started being neglected. There was signs. There was the vines starting to grow on the wall, on the outer walls, and then as the years went by, the house started getting more decrepit as they went along. It wasn't until more recently, present day, that the weird sightings have been occurring. What I think may be happening is there may be something going on to scare people away, because this might be a place where, I've got my suspicions, and she kind of does like a sideways glance at Galen, that there may be some weird smuggling operation going on, and that house may be a focal point. Or
Interesting.
base.
I had a similar idea that I chalk up all this superstitious nonsense to an elaborate ruse to keep locals away from otherwise shady business dealings happening in the abandoned home.
Yes, I myself own 3 of the ships down in the dock. I've made inquiries. My people in my employ have learned or anything about the smuggling operation, or if they're a part of it. I haven't gotten much, response other than no. But I'm still investigating myself.
Well, perhaps you need some capable individuals in your employ that are not don't have a conflict of interest in this investigation.
I wouldn't mind.
The 2 of us, and I turn and look at was it Valdrin?
Virden.
Virden.
Bearden.
Virden. And I was like, the 2 of us and my other friend over there are
Last night.
actually in town because some other individuals that we associate with, not here. I've heard word of smugglings going on in the town, and we
Charlie raises an eyebrow, thinking of word has reached outside of this town.
yeah. Apparently, your small little town is making a name for itself in more ways than one. And there are those of us who don't like seeing people taken advantage of or exploited for financial gain. So, you know.
Once again, she like does like a wide-eyed look over at her friend Galen and the other guy, Elander, and Elander kind of like just shrugs, and Galen says like, you know, yeah, we're not that far from Talishheim. I'm wondering if the Sovereign might have heard something. She's like, this one's supposed to get out. I'm sorry.
Like, listen, we'd be happy to look into the home, your ships, and what dealings they're doing, or whatever else, for some coin. Keep in mind, while we may work for you, I already have it in mind that I understand the people who are most inclined to profit from a business like this are likely sitting at this table. So,
She does sneer a little bit, like it's subtle, but you catch it.
if you're on the up and up and you want to see an end put to it, we're here to help. If you're not, we may be a big thorn in your side that you aren't ready to deal with.
I understand. She's like looks like Galen. It's like, well, I myself can put up 100 coin. How about you, Galen? And he says, yeah, I can do 100 to see this mess figured out. And looks over at Elander, and he's like, no. And Elander's like, I'll see what I can come up with. I may be able to offer these folk some items as well, but
Can I do an insight check on them to see if I'm
Yeah.
I'm very purposefully trying to be direct.
yeah.
And
you
I
go
want to evoke any reactions out of them that I can. I know you've given me a little bit, but I want to get
And I want to assist because I'm sitting there just looking as intimidating as
yeah. I
possible.
want
behind
to
you on
insight and see if
purpose.
any one particular of them seems to be maybe nervous at the idea that I'm kind of calling them out, or that I may know more than I'm letting on, or something like
Yeah.
that. So, since she's aiding me, do I get advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, even better. That is a 22.
Wow. So yeah, well, Edda, didn't appreciate that remark. This whole entire time, though, but Galen's kind of been shifting in his seat, trying to readjust himself, doing that whole
Just
twirling
fidgeting.
thing with his mug, kind of doing that thing. Doesn't really he hasn't said much, but you get to see he's very closed off to you guys. While Ida's kind of being more forthcoming, he's very I don't want to deal with these people kind of attitude.
Okay. And that's Galen. That's the one that he did offer 100.
He did offer 100. He did offer 100 up to kind of save face. You get a feeling that him and Ida are probably maybe the wealthiest people in the town.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to be a little bit at odds on an ideology of some kind right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's picking that up. Yeah.
This swordfish is delicious. I'm like having a conversation by myself here. Literally, I'm like,
Well, Jervis does come by and says, how's the swordfish?
it's delicious. I like this. Another.
Glad to hear it.
Another? Eat a whole another swordfish.
What are you again? How many stomachs do you
he's-
get with those three people?
Well, he's got 2 brains to feed,
That's
so
right. Speaking of feeding, there is tacos downstairs.
Oh, she's here with them already?
She's here with
Oh, I thought she was just saying that she
No,
was
they have
bringing them.
arrived.
Oh, they have arrived. Oh, yeah.
Taco break? No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Close.
Oh man, I'm excited about that. All right. So there you are, and the gladiator dude is just whatever.
Yeah.
I'll defer with that insight check. I'm going to defer to Ida. She's the one that's kind of been dealing with us the most, anyways. So I'll say then. Where would you like us to start? The house or your ships?
If you could start with the house. I would like those superstitions put to bed so my people can rest. The people of SaltMarsh can rest easier at nights, and my sailors don't get their pantaloons in a twist.
All right. Well, we will.
I stand up and put my chair back and just wait for you to finish talking.
Once we're done having our lunch, we'll likely make way over there today. You should have answers soon.
And Galen kind of gets up and is like, well, nice meeting you folks. I've got some business to attend to.
All right. I'll see you.
I purposefully track him as he leaves the
As
building.
as he gets up, I'll be like, have a good day. We'll see you later.
Yeah, as he's walking out, really kind of like does a quick glance back in your direction, and promptly leaves. Edith chuckles a bit. It's like, I think you ruffled his feathers. Don't worry, I'm not offended.
I'll look at Ida and be like, I don't expect you've just hired us, and that's fine. We'll do this. I expect you know more what's going on than you're letting on, and I expect that if we do this,
If you find out what's going on at the house, I will offer more insight.
excellent. When we get there, we need to be definitely on guard. Galen, I'm sure, is going to inform his lackeys that they will have company this evening. As I get up from the table.
I nod and just walk back over to the swordfish dude and sit down.
That is my name now. I'm expecting it out, but it's Swordfish.
I mean, you ate
Super
two of them!
It's like, swordfish dude, make a roll. No.
Did you just write that at the top of your
I did.
sheet?
Swordfish dude.
You never know with this group.
Sorry.
By the way, you guys, would know because we've been traveling together that I ask you to simply to refer to me as Sis.
Okay. Sis.
So we'll sit back down and I'll be like, I'll sort of fill you in. Like, well, we've got work to do. We're definitely going to go check out that house.
You had me at alchemists.
I figured as much.
I'm alright with this.
We may have also just met with the head of the smuggling operations.
So we're making enemies and friends.
Absolutely. We might as well start things off with
Accelerate
a
things.
bang.
Oh, we can do that. Let's do that.
So we're getting paid 200 plus gold to investigate this house, and then there might be
200 in equipment.
And equipment.
yeah.
Excellent.
So and then afterwards, there's likely going to be more work. So
This sounds good.
by the way, they're gonna know we're coming, so it'll be fun.
Oh, joy.
How's your ability to stay hidden?
I could probably put something together for that. Literally. Yes, I know. Alright, let's do that. Let's do that instead.
So we'll finish, drinking, eating, whatnot, I assume. And do you need time to do your thing?
I think I'm okay. Actually,
No, I know you do. You guys have equipment?
I do. I just have I imagine I just don't wear it, but I've got like a suit of armor that I don't know if we have like a wagon or just a chest or a bag. I keep it in a backpack.
Probably a backpack.
Yeah.
I have everything I own is pretty much in a packed and carry. Before meeting you guys, I basically just lived in the woods.
Spells for artificing.
Yeah.
Is that like just
In fact, now I'm thinking about it.
prepared
as I
like a
develop,
wizard?
this story on the fly.
Yeah. It should say how many spell slots you have,
Okay.
and yeah.
Your tribe in particular is interested in this so-called like brewing like conflict between the lizard folk and the Sahagin.
And I begrudgingly got sent.
Yeah. It could spell trouble for the region, and while your tribe doesn't owe any sort of like allegiance to the sovereign of Taliesin, so it's kind of out of its jurisdiction. There's a clear like strong alliance between the tribes and the Dragonborn.
I'm from the northernmost regions of the coast.
Yeah, there's a strong alliance between like the tribes and the Dragonborn that are scattered throughout, and with Taliesin. So there's that.
I was debating on whether or not to take coast or mountain as my favorite
I don't know if you
terrain.
guys-
I'm really glad I went with coast now because I didn't even think about the fact that this was going to be a water adventure.
So if you guys want to like leave now to go to the house, or wait until like it's like the sun has not started going down yet. It's kind of like reached its peak of the day.
Well, if
So
they know
there's
we're
still plenty
coming,
of light. Or
If they know we're coming, do we bother with the cover of darkness? Or
That's the question, right? Like, well, the longer we give them to prepare for us,
the harder our drop is going to
Right.
be?
right? I'd say we should.
But obviously, if we wait till dark, we have the cover of night. But how good is that really going to be, regardless, at this point?
I don't think
I
that's.
don't think it's going to.
I'm with her. I don't think it's going to be as.
I
much
say
of
we
a
give them
problem
as little time to prepare as possible.
as we s-
I'm
possibly-
ready, are you?
Well, that's the last piece of swordfish. So yeah, I'm good.
I'll
My
slap
character's
down
name is Valayan, by the way.
Valayan.
Valayan. Right.
Valayan Northwood.
So I'll throw down whatever, few silver to pay for the drinks that I had,
Right.
and then
Yep.
Yeah,
Juris,
same with the- for the
Juris
cost.
thanks you. Welcomes you to come back anytime, and have a good day.
All right.
and then we'll start heading. I think you said it was north of town.
Yeah, but just north of town, about 4 miles out.
So
The road to the house winds through like the rocky coastal terrain in this particular area. I don't know, while offering a good view of the sea below. Looks like while it was sunny for a while, now low clouds have kind of like pushed their way in, so it's kind of went from like really sunny to overcast.
I'll sort of like inhale the sort of the air before a storm, and especially
Yeah.
being on the coast. I'll sort of like inhale with a bit of a smile on my face, like this
It does
knowledge
smell
of the coming storm.
It does smell like that, and occasional patches of sunlight will appear like out over the water, like towards the ocean. A stiff wind blows in off the waves, carrying the briny stink of churning salt water.
As we walk, I'll look at the clouds and be like, "We're blessed in this mission. Excellent."
Valayan.
Valain, keep an eye on the road. See if you see any tracks that might give us an idea of numbers, sizes.
So I'm going to, I guess, check the tracks. Check who's been by.
Okay.
Is this the main road to the house? Or the main road
Yeah,
way?
it's the main road-ish. Like the road hasn't been traveled as much over the years since the house has gone kind of decrepit. Yeah.
So there shouldn't be like tons of tracks.
Yeah, there's not tons of tracks besides the ones you're
Okay.
making.
So I have my favorite terrain is the coast. So
You would have. I would assume that this would be a probably survival
right on the edge of the,
with advantage. I would guess.
Yeah, I think so.
survival with your proficiency bonus is doubled for
Proficiency bonus is double.
when making
Okay.
intelligent
Okay.
or wisdom check related
So
to
it's
it.
like 2,
So
it's 4.
all right, so and this would be survival though.
Yeah, survival.
So it'd be
8.
huh, 16.
That's not bad.
You can't make out a whole lot. The road, they say like when you guys were pointing out like oh yeah, take that road, it goes back to the house. Like road being a relative term because mainly now it's overgrown and not a lot of path left. I mean, there are, besides you guys, there looks like there may be some disturbance in like the foliage around there, but like not a whole lot.
Okay.
I look at you and I'm like, I'm going to attempt to scout ahead a little bit. So
Sure.
I'm going to try to like stealth my way into whatever brush cover there might be and try to move ahead.
If she points out that there's not a lot of disturbance in the foliage, I will point out that since the one individual had said that he was only scared off upon attempting to enter the basement, that it's possible there may be underground smuggling tunnels that lead from the town to the house, and therefore the people that we're looking for may not actually have to come this route.
And I look at you, yeah, but they know we're coming, and
Right.
we only know the surface. And
Right.
so I slip into whatever cover I can find at that point. A 19 to stealth.
Yeah, you find what little brush there is.
You watch a silver dragon just disappear into the ocean. On the beach. Poof.
You look like a hermit crab now.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't. Like the house is already in view. Like it doesn't take that long to get there. Once you reach the 4-mile mark outside town, the decrepit house sits on the highest ground in the area. Around it, it has a stone wall, but like most of it's crumbled in many places. You see exposing the interior grounds. You guys see an ornate metal gate that it's already open, kind of like half off its hinges.
Okay. Like
Swaying
it's not able
lightly,
to be
swaying
closed
lightly in
anymore.
the wind. You know that classic haunted house, like
We're going for all the tropes. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
wild flora grows throughout the inner yard, but like even though it looks like years have gone by, it can't hide the fact that some of the yards surrounding the house were once well attended. There's clear lines. There's still clear lines of like there was once a garden
Here. And
here at
was-
some point.
Okay.
Since you're a little closer. Also near the house stands a rotted wooden roof of a water well coming out of the ground, and then the house itself. From the look of it, like what was your name again? Blaine. From the look of it, since you're a little closer, the house looks to be about like it's a 2-story house with maybe a third singular floor as a steeple kind of thing on one of the houses. So it looks to be about 35 feet tall. Quick glance. And the stone wall, where it's not crumbling and still fully intact, looks to be about 6 feet tall.
So, as I get closer, I want to pick apart every detail I can see, everything I can perceive. So,
Where do you want to go?
I want to keep enough distance that I can actually see the surrounding space
Do you want to go into the grounds or stay outside the grounds?
just outside the grounds.
Okay.
I want to be able to see in as much as possible without getting close enough that someone can see me.
You'll probably find a good section of wall that's still intact, stone wall that's still intact, and then you can like put your back to it and kind of like peer around.
Okay.
Look in one of the giant holes that's the crumbling area.
Perception check then, I guess, to see
Yeah.
if I can see. I want to know who might already be there. 18.
And you guys have walked up now, or are at the about 5 feet away from the open gate. Most of the just about all of them. Well, not all of them, but like most of the windows are like gone from the house. All that's left is like a frame.
Okay.
The shingles from the roof are missing. A lot of shingles are missing.
A house in complete disrepair, yeah.
Yeah, it's a complete area. Like it's a
times.
flipper's dream.
Oh, okay.
Cast prepare ship lap. Let's do that. Let's go.
Maybe we
Uh,
should
I
ask
cast-
the house's
I
payment.
cast Property Brothers.
Move that bus! Sorry.
2 Italians show up. The area you're in, right by, is like what was once the garden area. You see a few tools that are still kind of laying about. Garden tools, they're all broken. There's close to the gate. The garden's actually not too far away from the gate, but close to the gate is like a rose bush that's life that may have been here at one point has been choked out by it.
Okay. Which is weird.
I would like to begin making a perimeter of the building and looking for all points of ingress.
Okay. You also catch one final thing. You also catch a couple of giant, like, burrow-looking holes. Like, there's animal activity here.
Does it look like large animal, small animal? Do you want me to roll survival to see what kind of animal?
Play here.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Monster
Natural
Minions?
20.
They should check in this little thing.
Nat 20?
It's a nat 20, which would make it a total of... Are we still in coastal region?
Huh?
Are we still in coastal region? Because it'd make it a total of 28 if we are.
I would assume. I would
Yeah,
imagine we're
that's
still.
okay.
They're marmots.
Varmint.
Well, I want to know because
They're
there are lots of creatures that are
feral marmots.
humanoid and small enough to burrow. So, like, I don't... Like, my character wouldn't
Yeah, I know.
assume it's animal.
It's halflings.
Varmint halflings.
Varmint halflings.
Vermin.
Rabid halflings.
Oh, that's the best idea for, like, a roguish halfling. My name's Vermin.
I'm a rabbit halfling. Foaming at the mouth.
Especially if you're like a halfling were-rat.
What if you're a were-halfling? Like,
The moon is
normal
full.
dude,
You're-
and then you turn into a
Yeah,
halfling.
you're a
on full
human.
moon.
In a full moon, you turn into a halfling. You're like, ah! And, like, you start growing like hair on your arms and on your feet, but then it just doesn't. It just kind of stops after a little bit. They're like, oh god, he's a werewolf. Like, no, it just gets longer. It's not, and then you just shrink. Oh wait, he's just a hobbit. Oh, okay.
His breakfasts become second breakfasts, third breakfasts.
He's like, best moon ever! Unless there's no food, worst moon ever.
You develop a keen fashion sense under a full moon.
Has a craving for a pipe every time.
Yeah, right.
Smoking a pancake.
Welcome, Fritz.
Now I want to make that.
Do it.
Were halfling. Go.
Where halfling? I
That
could.
would be a hell of a twin soul curse.
Yeah, that would be kind of awesome.
So, yeah,
I was
these
bit by a
these
pissed off
burrow holes
halfling.
are actually very familiar. In fact, could pose a danger to smaller creatures or even smaller folk because these holes look like weasel holes.
Weasels?
Very giant weasel holes.
Dire weasel!
Well,
They've made a home here.
I didn't know that there were giant weasels.
So we've been traveling together long enough that you would know that I have a whistle. A particular whistle that says be on your absolute guard.
Okay.
there's the whistle. Oh boy.
Oh, she blew the rape whistle.
That means we're getting raped, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. Yeah, I imagine I would have seen the front door pretty easily from the way we were walking up, and then I would have probably started walking around this way, on like outside the perimeter wall, trying to look to see any other points of entry, whether they be windows that haven't been boarded up, doors, whatever else. And then at some point in that travel, I would have heard the whistle.
Gotcha. As you're moving around the perimeter, were you trying to move stealthy or just regular?
I'd probably be trying to move stealthily.
Okay.
Just-
Oh, wait, you too?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay, good.
Ooh, 23.
Nice.
I rolled an 18.
I got a 15
Okay.
Total?
total.
As you're
-1 wisdom.
moving around from the as you're moving out from the front area over to the side, you don't see it or hear it, but you do. You see like all of a sudden a head pop out from among the holes.
How big are we talking when we see this,
Um,
or when she sees
Well,
this?
when
I
I
guess.
see it,
so they say a giant weasel, but it's a medium creature, medium-sized creature.
So
weasel
basically, a ferret the size of like
a dog.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Kind of like me right now.
That's actually frightening.
Weasel with the face of a Mexican.
All right.
It's like, hey, HP Lovecraft, I have new material for you.
I'm preparing an arrow stealthily,
Yeah,
quietly,
like it-
around the
And
corner.
now it's actually fully come out and it's starting to investigate because it looks like it thinks it's heard something.
Is it moving like it thought it heard me, or is it moving in a different direction? Because right now I'm
moving direction.
essentially between these two.
Yeah, moving in
There's-
a direction that he was trying to walk in.
Okay. So not towards me directly.
Yeah,
Okay.
like he met your stealth check with his one roll.
He got a 23.
Yeah.
Damn.
Weasel
So-
ain't no joke, man.
Weasel ain't no joke.
But he hasn't found you yet. He's just kind of like, I hear somebody. I don't know who it is or what it is. But he's
Okay.
moving around like he's moving in that general direction of where he's going, but like he's still kind of frantic around, trying to pick up some kind of scent.
Yeah.
And he's having trouble doing so because
So-
he hasn't entered into the yard yet.
I am going to I'm gonna aim an arrow for his head. Well, maybe I should wait and see if he figures.
Headshot's my only weakness.
Will
Um,
attack it or not?
yeah, we're gonna attack it.
Okay.
Good thing.
6.
No.
When I was trying to stay hidden, do I need to roll my stealth check again?
So as the arrow like hits, it lands like right in like a soft spot on the ground, like that's like 5 feet away from him, like kind of looks over, like lets out a little squeak, like looks over and then like looks behind him. Go ahead and make a.
Does that little excited hopping thing that ferrets do?
Yeah.
I mean, and they should probably be rolling like some sort of check maybe to see if I can hear it.
Yeah.
And my stealth.
I rolled a 4 on my perception check.
21.
I mean, 8 total, so probably not.
Yeah, you're just still kind of trying to find this back door.
I
My
got,
stealth is a 21.
Okay.
if I'm rolling a perception check, I got a 17.
Okay. Yeah, you hear like a squeak coming from like an area where like she's at.
Okay. What do I have to see within? All right. Oh, ha ha!
What
My
was your stealth, PJ?
21.
mind link. I don't have to see
Yeah.
the person in order.
Hasn't found you.
Okay.
Forget about that.
It generally knows the direction where that arrow came from, but it has not found you.
Yeah. Well, I was still trying to keep cover, so like it can't see me directly, and since it heard noise in the other direction, I'm sure it's still trying to figure out what's going.
In
Wait a
fact, it tries to go like actually gets closer to where you're kind of like hanging out, stealthily hanging out. It like stops for a minute and then quickly turns around and goes back into one of its holes. And then not even like a couple of seconds later, it comes back out again, but now it's got 2 friends.
Awesome.
I'm gonna telepathy to you. What the heck's going on? And you can respond back telepathy with.
Okay.
with
Can you see images, or is it just words?
It's just words.
Okay. And I'm like, the biggest fucking weasels you've ever seen. It's what you hear.
All right. All right.
It's Toto and Poto.
No.
And you hear the plural, and then you hear the pause, and like 3. There are now 3.
I will then take the next action is to contact you telepathy and say, we got 3 giant weasels.
You don't see me, but I literally just make the.
You
What the
giant
fuck?
question mark. I'm relaying what she's saying, acting like the switchboard here.
That is a useful trait.
That is.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Do we want to do initiative or?
Sure, go ahead and roll initiative.
Alrighty.
Since they're actively searching.
All right. 19. Oh wait, no, that's sorry. 20.
I got 19.
Modified 20
What's your dex?
+3.
Mine's also +3. What's your dex?
The number
score?
is actual 17.
Mine's also a 17.
You can go first if you want to, since
Okay.
I've already launched an arrow. It is all exactly the same.
What's your wisdom?
My wisdom is +2.
Okay.
What's yours?
An 18.
Oh. No, I put my my other high one is charisma. Strength and con and wisdom aren't too bad.
My
but
strength and con are generally crap. My intelligence and wisdom are slightly above average, and my dexterity and wisdom are awesome.
intelligence is the only thing I'm average on.
It was funny when I used the online D&D, the dice roller thing on their website to make both these characters,
Yeah, that's it.
like I normally do, and then I inputted. At first, I tried to build that character on the MBMP,
Yeah.
more big, more purple sheet. And when I put your stats in, it actually calculated out those stats are actually exactly if you did it in a point by 27 points.
Well,
Okay then.
So even though I rolled the stats, they came out to be exactly 27 points worth of
What's your
stats.
nickname again? It was like Sis.
SIS, S-I-S.
Sis. You got what was your?
Huh?
You got a
Oh, 20.
20. Yeah. Let's see.
Villain also got a 20.
Yep. But he can go before me.
How you spell your name?
Vilayn.
QMZ. Oh.
What's your name?
Birdan. Birdan.
So
A-N.
my character is just going to
What'd
assume
you
you
get?
decided to call
19.
you sis because you must have also had a V name and you wanted to stand out.
Actually, I don't have.
I know you don't, but like you said to call you sis. I assume you didn't tell us your actual name.
Nope.
So like my character's just kind of assumed that. Like
It's fine.
he doesn't want to be a V.
No, I've been figuring it stands for something, but I don't know what yet. Secret Information Society is where I got it. That's so far. And you're like, no. And I'm like, well, there's got to be something based on that.
I thought it was because he's not a sissy.
Maybe it's a dwarf thing. I don't know.
Alright, yeah, you're up first.
Sort of being like, what the fuck, weasels? I'll, I guess, turn back around and head back to where, you know.
As you're walking back, you can you catch a glimpse into one of the many holes in the stone wall that wow, she wasn't fucking kidding. That like wow, this is a giant weasel. And there's 3 of them, and they're kind of like they're starting to move into like where she kind of is, but she's still hidden, and they don't see her, and they seem to be like trying to sniff out something has disturbed in their ground.
I'll think in my head, I'm like, I really would like to just avoid these things because a conflict in the front yard is just going to draw attention to anybody inside to our presence. But I also don't want her eaten alive by giant weasels, so I'm kind of conflicted here.
Do you want me to go first instead?
I will hold my action to see what Verlaine does.
Alright. Can you still hear, like, can we still communicate with you? Or do you have to initiate?
I have to initiate.
Okay. I
think.
Yeah, you do.
We've been
Okay.
together long enough. I think I would have figured that out, or I'd have freaked out. when
Because
you would-
yeah, I thought about that too, but I was like, it's been too long since he messaged
Yeah.
me to message
As a
back.
bonus action, when
so.
you're speaking to a creature, you can give. As a bonus action, when you're speaking telepathically to a creature within 60 feet, they can see me. Okay, I can give that person the ability to speak telepathically to me until the start of the next turn.
Oh, okay, so, but I don't think I can
But
see
yeah,
that.
I can't see me.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I guess I have to be in.
I recognize that there are now more of them, and since he's contacted me, my character knows that he's probably talked to him, and I was like, all right, well, they're on guard enough. We're backing up now. I'm going to try to stealth my way back around to where I last left
Alright, yeah, go make a stealth check.
him.
Alright, what was your result?
18.
Huh?
18
18? Alright. One of them unfortunately
notices me.
hears you and like lets out a big squeak and like all three of them start kind of running towards right for you.
Alright, well, I still have an arrow notched, but I was trying to stealthily get out, but. So. They can hear me, so they know where I am, but they don't have line of sight yet, correct?
They're about to have line of sight.
But I don't have it in return right now, so I can't just launch an arrow unless I continue to move in a way that would allow me to do that. Alright, so I guess we'll do that. We'll launch an arrow at them. They clearly see me now, so.
What was your attack?
22 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
He's dire wheel wearing half plate.
The weasels of Nim.
6 damage.
Alright.
And then, so I move, so I get line of sight, and then I continue to move further away. So, because I figure more distance is better.
Yeah, you hit one and like true like fall out mutated weasel action. Like it like it hits like leg and like it jumps violently to the side, but it's like still like like up.
It's pretty pissed,
Yeah.
but it's got an arrow, and it's like.
Did you want to do anything yet?
Can I see the weasels?
Yeah.
From where I'm at? About how far away are they?
For you, about 15 feet.
Okay.
They haven't made it outside the wall yet.
At which point I'll just be like, "Ah, fuck. I'll swing around the heavy crossbow, load it, fire at the same one that she just shot.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
That is going to be a 23 to hit.
That definitely hits.
10 points of piercing damage. Whoop.
Yeah. Pretty much obliterate it.
And it goes.
Splat, splat.
Yep. Here. Was I all I did? Move any closer or?
No, I'm not moving any closer.
Alright.
He's like, no.
If anything, I'll move. I'll put some more. If they're only 15 feet away, I'll try to put more distance between us.
So can I see the weasels too? I guess I'm
Yeah,
guessing
you
they're
can.
with you.
Plenty of holes in this fence.
I got an idea. I'm going to use the tinkering ability just because I can, and take out like a seashell from a pocket.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it smell like weasel musk, and I'm gonna toss it away from where she's at and where he's at. Kind of in a different direction.
Okay.
So the weasels, when they're looking for scent, will smell this instead. So that's what I'm gonna try and do.
Right.
So I don't know if
You're
you
trying to
knew
trick them into going after a girl that
Can't
isn't
remember.
there.
Exactly.
It's been a while since I've read that. I can't remember if it requires a roll or anything like that.
It just says emits an odor or nonverbal sound I can make up to 4 of them as an action.
Yeah, it's just an action.
Yeah.
Toss it into the nearest
Just-
hole.
Yeah, into a hole. Maybe they'll pick up the stench.
Yeah, the years of skee ball had paid off.
Excellent. It's like boonk.
The years of beer pong have paid off.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I don't know. Skee ball seemed pretty accurate, actually.
So that's my action.
All right. So the weasels, the 2 remaining weasels turn. Then they will go ahead and let's see. They get advantage on perception checks that involve hearing or smell.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 21. I don't think he's gonna get higher than that to get advantage. Yep. Okay. So the second one is 16. 19. I don't think he'll get higher than that. Yeah. So and they fall for the bait perfectly. They all of a sudden turn around. They're not paying attention to where that fire and their dead companion. They don't care
They're
about
like,
that.
the chick.
Yeah, they don't care about that anymore. They smell some poo-tang.
Weasel Tang, go.
And they turn around and start moving in that direction, back to the holes.
I'll look at 2 of them and be like,
And
Alright.
we'll stealthily go.
Go ahead.
Alright. Yeah, they're not
should
paying
probably
attention to
make
you guys anymore.
stealth checks again.
Yeah, probably.
That's probably a smart idea.
18.
22.
16.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll for them. They're more occupied with whatever that spell is.
I don't know how long it lasts, but it didn't say.
All right.
By this time, they've gone back into the holes, and there's no signs of them coming back out.
I will wait for them to catch up with me and then sort of whisper and be like, well, before that shit, I was trying to make my way around the house and look for any boarded up windows that were open, that were pried open, or doors. What are our different options for getting inside?
Access points. Got it. And I stealth and start making my way around the building to assist in that thing. As I get ready to walk away, I'm like, keep tabs on me.
I do know that
Only make a perception check before you move away from the area.
3.
9.
Alright, never mind.
So, but yeah, that was
So
just.
for sake of argument, go ahead and make one.
Unless somebody wanted to assist me in my perception check.
That is a 1.
Never mind again.
Anybody want to assist me?
Well,
I
actually,
wouldn't necessarily know what I'm trying to perceive.
Yeah.
So-
I do actually get an advantage on. I think is no, I don't. Not that one. No.
I wish favored terrain.
Yeah, because you two are closer to the house than he was.
Okay.
So I was gonna, before you moved away from sight of it, there was something you could have saw, but.
But we didn't. We saw nothing.
But we didn't. We see nothing.
Too busy
Lebowski.
trying to get away from the freaking dire rats. I mean, weasels.
Wheel stomping ding.
So, other than, I assume we make it more or less around the house. Other than door here, here, and here, are there any other entrances that we?
Windows there and there.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine they're mostly boarded up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing you can.
No, he
discern.
said that there was just missing panes, or just empty frames. There's nothing covering the windows.
Oh,
Because I perceive,
Yeah, she was.
I was investigating that when I first arrived.
Yeah, she related. There's not much like glass covering windows anymore. Maybe a few on the second floor, but all of them on the first floor are just.
They're just
framed.
empty frames.
Just a
oh,
frame.
there's
The
no
frames-
boards or anything like that on them.
Yeah, there's some boards, but there's no all the windows have been at some point broken out or maybe just decayed.
Okay.
For all intents and purposes, it doesn't look like anybody bothered to do anything with this decaying house from the outside.
All right. Well, nothing else happens outside that we may or may not notice, or
No. The only other point of interest was the well, which you saw.
oh, there's a well.
Yeah, Wailing.
Blaine.
Blaine.
Berlin.
Whatever. V.
For vendettas.
There's a well.
Yeah, there's a well.
Is it full of water?
Well, I didn't get close enough
Oh,
to
okay.
look inside. I just to identify where it is. Where is the well compared to where the dire rats were?
About 10 feet from the house, and then maybe about 6 feet from the garden area where the holes. The
Oh,
holes
fuck
are
that.
the giant holes are mainly like up against the what's left of the stone wall. The garden's I mean it's decent size garden.
Do I think I can look inside the well without drawing attention from?
You can discern. You can probably get close enough because there's still it's still obviously where the garden section of the ground is versus normal dirt, soil, ground, grassy area.
So we're gonna attempt to go look in the well and see if that is an access point or if it is just a well.
It's a pretty deep subject.
Yes, it is. We're gonna find out how deep in a minute. As I throw my die on the ground. Aye. Okay. And I did it again.
Why would you do that?
I didn't need
She
to do
took it
that.
and threw it on the ground.
All right. Well, and this is why I don't use this die for this. What am I rolling right now?
How close did you get?
Am I rolling stealth right now to get close? That would be
I'm gonna
important.
say how close did you get?
Well, I want to make my way over to the well. So
Okay, yeah. So you made your way. So I'll say you made your way over to it.
Okay, and then I'm going to look in it. Where's
Okay.
my die? The one that doesn't.
Do you
give bad rolls.
do you need other dice? We have other dice.
Ah, there we go.
Okay.
This is the one that doesn't give me bad rolls every time.
You say as you make a bad roll.
Yeah. No, it works that way.
As more
I have a
battles
green
commence.
die that we don't use unless we really want to test fate because it's either high or low. It never hits middle ground, unless other people use it. And then it cooperates with them. I don't get it. I'm rolling stealth or
You've already made it to the well.
okay. I made it to the well, so I'm investigating the well.
Yeah, do either perception or actually do investigation.
Okay, so that would be a 14.
Okay. You can discern that as you peer into the well, it looks like it descends about 20 feet. There's still water in it. The water looks clean.
Okay,
Um,
so it is just a well.
yeah. From,
Do I notice anything that seems out of sorts? Anything that would make me think that this well is more than just a source of water?
Go ahead. I'll give you one more perception check.
Perception this time.
Yeah, perception this time.
It's actually a portal to the plane of water.
Okay, that should be a 20-30.
You could, with the roof, the small little cute little roof that was over the well is also kind of decrepit. So there's holes and there's what little sunlight pokes out from the clouds, the overcast clouds now. You manage to catch a glint of something at the bottom of the well, and maybe some kind of coin.
It's a wishing well.
And
How
you
deep
know
does
you
it
know
seem
about
to be?
you know that a medium or smaller creature could descend the well if they so choose.
There's no bucket.
No.
How
Walrus took
deep
it.
does it seem to be?
Damn it. Damn walruses.
You can only figure out that it probably descends about 20 feet down.
So, I'm pulling out rope, and as I am, I'm thinking, Verdian?
Yep.
Verdan? Can you hear me?
What's up? I'm clear.
There's something in the well. We're going down. Don't leave me here.
There's something in the water.
No, the well. The well.
Oh.
Go into the wall.
There's going
So you're going
So-
Will Wish. Will jump in.
Yes.
Down.
So my plan is just to tie the rope to the decrepit post, not use it to actually like, unless I need to. I'm not gonna trust it unless I have to. I just make my way down the well.
So we start making our way down the well.
Mhm.
Okay. As you make your way down the well, while it's still the rocky walls. Well, you're using a rope, but you do see that somebody can also climb down the walls if he wanted to, because time and foliage and wear and tear, natural wear and tear, has created like the
Handholds here and
rocky like footholds coming down.
My rope is only 50 foot, so if it's deeper than 50 foot, my rope.
No, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine. Your rope gets all the way down there and then some into the water.
Okay.
As you move past, as you're going down, you move past more crevices.
And I'm paying attention to the walls as I go, because my character thinks there's more to this well, because there's something at the bottom.
Yeah, in fact, a few seconds later, like, and you kind of catch it like at the last second. This snake-like head pokes its head out from like one of like the open crevices in between like the rocks and stuff, and like hisses and then tries to like snap at you.
Okay.
That is only an 8 to hit.
That does not get me.
Your survival of angel instincts are so well that you manage to swing your way out of the way.
And then you hear, why is it gotta be snakes?
There's snakes in the well?
Well, snakes.
Well, snake. Okay.
Does the snake continue to pursue her?
Yeah, it kind of.
How big is it? Like a snake, or is it like a big ass serpent type snake?
Weasel snake.
Yeah, is it like
Yeah.
giant weasel sized snake, or is it?
It's like a medium creature. Like
Holy shit! So it's a big ass fucking snake.
It's
Yeah,
a fucking
giant-
basilisk.
it's a giant poisonous snake.
Awesome. And then you hear me describe, and it was like, and of course it's not a little snake.
So there's giant
That's like
snakes in the well.
it's the movie Anaconda, but it's not a constrictor. It's a poisonous viper.
There's no buns, so therefore it can be whatever it wants to be.
Alright, so I guess, are we in initiative, I guess, with
I mean,
it?
you gotta. Not quite yet. I mean, if you want to take some kind of shot at it, you can. I mean, unless you have
Underwater?
I'm in a freaking well, but I have a sword. So,
what kind of sword is it?
short sword?
Oh, yeah. Then you can.
Stabby.
Yeah, if you can hold on to the rope with one hand and some kind of like.
Well, you said it wasn't terribly wide, so even if I race my legs and do a.
You could do that. You could do that. So,
Okay,
I'll
my
give you-
intent would be to try to pierce his mouth shut, like through the top of the head, into just no teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make a
teeth are bad.
make a tackle.
Do it, Doug.
Modified 20.
Yeah, hits.
It's done, Doug.
I don't know what the fuck's happening, and I'm just continuing
Well,
to walk.
I'm relaying. I'm with you, right? I'm relaying with you what she's telling me in telepathy.
Okay, then I'm relaying back to you.
Why the hell?
Why the hell do we keep fucking with goddamn animals?
You
What
got
the
me, man.
Alright, so 6 points of damage, and my intent is to try to lodge the blade in and
Yeah,
on top of its head.
yeah, you managed to do that,
Right.
and it stopped moving.
Oh, good. And then you hear, it's dead now!
Okay.
Alright, do I see that this well goes anywhere else? Obviously, this snake had to get in here somehow.
I mean, the when you reach actually the water part of the well, it's like very clean water, still very clean water, nice and cool. It looks like it is being fed from something, but there is a clear bottom but nothing that looks like larger holes or anything like that.
So there's
lead
no
anybody else.
pathways that we could go through.
Yeah, as you get that glint that caught your eye was about 14 more facility pieces down here.
Totes worth it.
Yeah.
So it's worth it.
Could've been
You
copper.
hear. Somebody else gets to make the next decision.
I continue walking around the house stealthily, looking for the various doors.
Yeah, and you get back. You climb out of the well, and, yeah, unless you get the money.
Yeah, I grabbed the. I mean, I'm down here. Like, gotta.
Yeah.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
And then, so if I think the snake is actually dead, I pull my sword out.
Yeah.
Climb back up.
It was all an elaborate ruse.
Yeah. It falls out.
It was an acting snake.
Now it's a dead
Those are the worst kinds of
Found the
snakes.
well.
It's a Harry Potter snake.
I told you.
Basilisk.
I mean, I killed it.
Fair enough.
It was the guinea.
I mean, I'm the one that cried. I'm the one that went down the pipes and found a deadly snake. Seems appropriate.
Alright, so,
Harry Potter
what do you
references
do
are
now?
lost on me.
Oh.
I'm going to
Book
walk
two.
around
Okay.
with it's just there, and we're trying to find things, and I'm keeping them updated about what's going on with her.
Okay. I'm just making my way around the house looking for the doors.
Okay.
Which door is the well closest to?
The front.
That's that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's the front door right there.
Is it?
Okay.
No. That's that one. The way it looks.
I thought this was the back door.
No, it's that one.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Alright.
This area is one.
So then you hear, should I go in the front door?
Not yet. We'll be there shortly. I think.
I think, honestly, once we know the layout of the doors into the house, we should maybe enter through at least 2 different doors. So if there is anybody who's attempting to ambush us upon entrance, we might be able to...
Negate part of the ambush.
Right.
Okay, new plan. Go through the front door.
Hi, Captain. No, I don't think we did. There's
I know there's some Dragonborn over there.
I like this character too. I didn't realize I was gonna get so invested in this one-time character.
Here's a Dragonborn.
Oh, there's a Dragonborn. It's a little bit heavily armored, but it's a Dragonborn. And it's a good
I don't
looking
know if
thing.
you're gonna use it or whatever else. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'll swap it out with somebody else. It's not female, but it'll work.
Good enough. It's not silver either.
Well, you know.
Listen.
I mean, if this game goes anywhere, we can change that.
Okay.
Roll a shit ton of
Well, I like this
Oh.
character. I may be looking for a name because I like it.
So I'll pop for the entrance. Close to the entrance.
I'm hoping to be going around, probably
And you're
to
with
this
them.
entrance.
We'll up with them.
Alright, so yeah, you guys have made it to what looks like to be a side door on the house. The door is it looks like it's still intact and in a closed state. But the wood is starting to rot.
Sure.
Same,
I
same
will-
thing, yeah.
Better not, we suppose.
Can I do an investigation check on the door for traps?
Sure.
I got a 10.
You'll find anything.
I just sort of reach out and grab the doorknob, just sort of like see if
So it's
it's
still locked.
okay.
Amazing, fall off in your hand.
I want to check the doorknob and see if the door will just swing in without me having to like push it.
Yeah.
So I want the door to. I want it to be from anybody that might be inside to see just the door swing in
Yeah, it's
and nobody standing there.
So you're like standing on the side of the wall,
Pretty
like
much.
over here.
Pretty sure.
Yep. Nothing goes off. No one comes running out.
Do I hear anything?
Perception.
21.
You do hear the sound of the door opening in the distance. You think it might be your comments might have found another door.
So I hear a door opening with the familiar dwarven footsteps.
You see the door open.
Okay.
As you look inside.
So I see this door open.
Yeah. From that direction, you hear that.
Does it open?
It does.
It does. Does it swing in or out?
I don't know.
No, I meant.
Oh, for game purposes, it swings in.
Alright. There we go.
So, your description, the front door opens into like a musty, dirty entrance hall. To your left, you see a corridor that leads to the west wing of the house.
Computer wants to talk
The
to
walls
you.
are bare, and bits of smashed furniture lie upon the floor. Just ahead of you, another corridor leads towards the rear of the house. There's a staircase on the eastern wall that climbs up to the next story, reaching it at a balcony that kind of overlooks the first floor. Along its north and west sides, the stairs appear safe to climb, though the balcony rail is definitely like broken
No
shit
good. Okay.
in several places. And then under the stairs at the north end of the wall, a third corridor leads east.
Okay. That way.
You can match the staircase right here.
Yeah, all the really tall stairs are being used, and I think so. All I have are the little tiny stairs.
The little Dragon
Good
Water
enough.
stairs.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I know. That's what you see. Guys.
Haha!
Entree, s'il vous plaît.
No.
You guys come in to a small like 5 foot space like hallway. It's supposed to be 5 foot. Anyways, hallway.
I forgot. Oh, I forgot to put whatever.
Yeah,
There's a room over
there's
here.
like a room there. Kind of.
Yeah, I forgot to put that.
So there's a. You guys do see that there's a door that leads somewhere here. A door leads ahead of you into a room, and then like a hallway. So there's supposed to be a room here, and then like a hallway that goes.
Yeah.
Seems to go back down.
Okay.
Go back towards the front of the house.
Okay. Alright, I am going to step into the room, but stay in that corner there where I can still see up the stairs and all of it. Yep.
Let's see if I can fix that.
And closing the door as I come in. So the front door is closed now.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys hear like a.
Very quietly.
Boop, ba-doop, boop, boop. Doop-a-doop, boop, boop, ba-doop, boop, boop.
Is it? Well, it's supposed to be tall, not. The proportions on this are so weird. It's hard to do it in these 10-foot
Yeah, just do the best you
blocks.
can.
Yeah.
When I did it,
Just-
oh well, it's
yeah.
gonna be this way instead of the way that they said.
Yes, that's fine.
Where's the door actually supposed to be?
Right there. Kind of like.
Well, all right. Well, if that's the case, then we're gonna actually do it so that it's like that. So it's
There we go.
like a
Yeah.
room like that.
There you go. Good enough.
That works.
I'm okay with it.
Nobody died.
Yet.
Why you say it like that?
Alright, go ahead and make whatever's higher for you, investigation or survival.
Holy survival.
Alright, go ahead and roll that.
17.
Alright. In this hall, in this main hall, you see one's clear, even though
For what kind
amongst
of
all the layers of dust that's occupied this house for quite some time, you see one set of clear tracks travel from the entryway towards, like, going towards the back of the house. And then there's a second set that leads away from the foot of the stairs and along the western corridor down to your left.
Okay, so
So
what
you you see tracks in the dust going
That
this
way.
and then you see tracks that came down from the stairs going that way.
Alright. So you hear, like, because occasionally I forget that it doesn't matter if you whisper in your head. I'm like whispering in my head going, I see tracks. Wait, can you hear me?
To be fair, whispering in your head's better than yelling.
Hey, Raph. Oh man.
So you hear whispering, there's tracks. Wait, can you hear me?
Answer unclear. Try again later.
Answer unclear, try again later.
He's a magic ball.
I am.
So-
I think I have to initiate contact in order
Okay.
for you to.
Well, you did it before, but we lost.
Right,
Yeah, you
that's-
have to be in. You have to be in.
yeah.
I guess
line of sight.
So, when I don't hear anything back, and I'm like, right.
The number you have tried to reach is disconnected. Now.
I wonder if there's some way for my character
Alright.
to get that magic skill.
I will walk to the end of here to this little intersection here, and I guess see all those doors.
Okay.
And I imagine if I look down this way, I'll
You
see.
can see me, and
Yeah, if you're
as
around
soon
the
as I
corner.
see you, I like point at the ground.
I look down at the ground.
Yeah, and like
And
she's
you
pointing,
can-
yeah, she's pointing out tracks that are in the dust, and you see, and then as you kind of follow it,
You
with your
realize it
eyes,
goes to the door behind you.
you see a pair of tracks like kind of go past you towards the this
This is
section.
back.
Okay. Okay. Well, then I'll turn around, and I'm going to investigate that door.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, it doesn't appear anything out of the ordinary. It's just like the door.
Check the doorknob, see if it's locked.
It's not locked.
I'll open it.
All right. This area clearly looks like at one point might have been a pantry of some sorts.
Okay.
It's dirty and damp with patches of gray mold and cobwebs on the floor, walls, and ceiling. In the southern west corner is some iron cooking equipment with a chimney above, and next to that, under the window, is a cracked and discolored stone sink. To the right of the sink, a small closed wooden cupboard is fixed to the wall about 5 feet above the floor level. And against the far wall, a flight of wooden stairs leads upward from west to east. The woodwork of the staircase is decayed, and a few of the treads are missing.
I'm less concerned with going up than I am with going down, personally. Mostly because I'm thinking back to when the guy said he went down,
Tunnels,
you know,
yeah.
and that's when somebody tried to scare him out, right? So like I'm like, all right, we need to try to go downstairs. And he did say that he thought it was a wine cellar, so I imagine that it might be the access downstairs might be in the
Around
kitchen or
here,
near
yeah.
here. So I will investigate this room. I'll check this door as well. I know this is a closed door. I'll investigate that door. My investigation's only a 12, so I would imagine that I wouldn't have noticed anything about it.
Yeah, as you open this door, this room displays the effects of damp and decay more than most. Mold grows in patches in the floor, walls, and ceiling. A large copper cask, split, discolored, and empty, stands under the window with a small heap of crockery shards on the floor beside it. Stairs lead down into what is presumably a cellar.
Okay.
That
I'll
looks like
I'll
the-
turn back so you guys can see me down this long, and I'll sort of be like, point that way, and be like,
I think it's on the way
I'll make
now.
my way
Yeah.
over.
Start moving on around here. Yep, yep.
Yes.
Moving this for everybody inside. Not taking the rear with the gear.
And then I'll head over to the staircase
Yeah,
going
and as
down.
you guys also, when you investigated, you saw that those dusty tracks
Led through
were
this door.
leading in there
Okay.
and heading into the what looks like downward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we need to set up a second map or anything like that? It's 2:30 right now.
The downstairs is
I
actually,
mean, we gotta wait till Bethany gets here.
right, the downstairs is actually similar to the upstairs, except for like from like here all the way over to about here is it's all like open space. But as you guys start making your way down the stairs,
I will be stealthing and investigating as I go ahead
okay.
in the lead.
Oh, I should be
Stealth
too.
is 20. My investigation is 21.
Okay. As you cross the threshold on the top step, all of a sudden a hideous just scream erupts. Like it's out of nowhere. And I'll need you guys to make a wisdom saving throw.
I had a feeling it was going to happen.
Yeah, because when the way you described it, my character thought the same thing.
It's why I was searching. I was actually searching for like maybe a trap or something that would activate the scream.
But if it's a magical, like,
Yeah, it could be magical and I wouldn't notice it. But you said wisdom.
Yeah. Wisdom
22.
saving. Okay.
I get advantage on these
6.
things.
Okay.
17 is
Okay.
gonna be my
You
hit.
said what, 6?
6.
Okay.
Wow.
On a failed save, you guys passed. On a failed save, a creature has disadvantage on all ability checks for 1 hour unless it is immune to the frightened condition.
Jesus.
Oh, am I immune to frightened? I don't think
Probably
I am.
not.
Now, after 15 minutes have gone by, you can repeat the saving throw to try to end the effect.
That's a long time.
Okay, so
In terms, yes.
So you're like, oh shit,
so what is
something's
that
fucked
called?
up going
Like
on.
that is.
Frightened?
Yeah, you.
I am frightened.
Yeah, you are frightened.
All right. Well,
Like, it pierced you to the core well enough that this is clearly the screams that everybody in
Yep.
town's talking
What?
about.
Okay. You can turn down the idea, but we had already sort of like talked about the idea that maybe these things were
so
non-supernatural, like sort of, I guess, theatrics with disguise to sort of keep people at bay. And we were having heard the story about the guy going to, like, we were expecting the scream to be triggered
Would I
by
get
something to go.
advantage
Would she have
because I
advantage on the
knew-
roll because she sort of was expecting it?
Thanks, Todd.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to,
I didn't roll better.
Okay, well then it
What'd you get?
doesn't fucking matter.
I rolled 1 less than before, so it's a 5
5
now.
No.
All right, well, I tried.
Yeah.
Where's your
I
jail?
I got what you're saying though.
Yeah.
All right.
Being renovated right now.
Obviously.
So despite us knowing
You
that,
just see me suddenly go, I know he told us ahead of time. I know he told us ahead of time. You can tell it's not working.
it's still creepy. Still creepy. Still creepy.
Still freaking me out, man. Alright, and so I get disadvantage on all skill checks, right?
You get disadvantage.
On all rolls, period. D20 rolls, I believe, pretty
Yeah,
much.
on a failed save, a creature has disadvantage on all ability checks for 1 hour.
Ability
checks.
checks.
Okay, so like if I were about to try to stealth again,
Yep.
Yeah.
I would get disadvantage. Okay, well I want
At least
to
it's not attack rolls.
Yeah, well, so that is a 12.
Heal.
So we're all trying to be quiet, and you're like, guys, this is fucked up. Like you're talking.
Yeah, you're kind of off guard now.
Yeah, I'm not so excited about this anymore.
Zoinks!
Alright, you two expecting it, kind of like shrug it off, and they're like, well, if they didn't know, we
They
weren't
know
here,
now.
They might whoever might still be here might know you're here, but you don't know.
Yeah.
But as you guys make
They
your way,
probably know we're here if they're
as you guys
still
make your way down to the cellar, shoulder height wooden bottle racks line the north and west walls here. They appear to be no intact bottles left in the racks and shadow bottles all over the floor. Against the east wall, at the foot of the stairs, rest 2 large metal storage bins that appear to be empty. In the center of the room lies a human corpse clad in plate mail. A longsword lies by the corpse's right side, and a large shield covers its legs.
Oh God!
Is it dark down here?
There's dim light.
Okay.
There's some light coming from like holes in the floor above.
Okay. I'm going to. Is there? Can I make a perception check to see like if I can? The corpse, does it seem like decayed, fresh, that type of thing?
It seems.
Does it seem even real?
The body is definitely real. As you kind of go close to it, you can see that there's a couple of swarms of like rot grubs kind of moving all over it.
Okay.
They don't pay any mind to you though.
I'm going to, as I get close, I want to take. You said there's a longsword next to it.
Yes.
I want to sort of just reach my foot out and kick the longsword away from the body.
All right. Yeah, you do, and the rock grubs don't seem to care.
Okay, can I nudge?
They're more on the body than the.
Well, I'm more concerned that maybe if this thing might be undead, that if it's going to rise up and try to grab the weapon, I want the weapon to not be next to it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and the body doesn't move. But
Okay.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So, and I kind of like just with my foot, just kind of like nudge the body, see if it reacts at all. Other than the grub worms, obviously, are probably going to move about.
Right.
But, does the corpse doesn't react in me sort of like kicking it a bit?
It does not react to you kicking it. Not at all.
I'll sort of, just be like, unfortunate soul.
Mind the grubs.
Grubby grub.
But if, is there a door from this? Is this like a closed-in space with a door?
Yeah, I'm getting.
No, I know you're working on it, but
Getting to it.
Oh, he's doing that.
While you're doing that, we could also go with tacos.
taco flavored kisses. I will head over to the door and just kind of like put my ear to the door and see if I hear anything. Nat 20!
Safe auto!
By the way, at this point I've got my greatsword drawn as well.
Yeah, you actually had that binding the cask and everything else don't really concern you, and there's looks like to be like maybe once used to be some kind of fireplace down here, kind of weird. But you catch the glint of kind of light coming through a crevice of some sort along the back wall. That looks to be like
there's a secret door?
Maybe a door of some sort.
Okay. So does it look like sort of like a wine rack on the wall, but like maybe if I go over and like pull on one section of the wine rack, it'll actually like open like a door type thing?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Alright. Cool. Do what?
I have potty.
Not allowed.
Too bad.
Too bad. Mustache or no mustache? Too bad. Just because it's gonna irk me. You had the floor as the wall.
Your OCD was
Yeah.
struggling with that.
Yeah. That's supposed to be a corner.
Yeah.
There's corners right there. Sweet. Should I take this stuff off?
Yeah, we're getting ready to microwave. Look at this card there.
If you need a door,
What's that?
if you need a door,
Um,
there's a door. If you need one.
yeah.
How do we get out of this room?
The door you found is like right here.
Ah, okay.
What you assume to be a secret door.
It's not going to be able to be precise because they do shit in 5-foot increments to 10-foot increments at times. So
Yeah.
you have to just sort of like, whatever. What? What are we trying to do?
There's a room that's sectioned off that you can't see.
That's fine. That'll work. And then just put. You should be able to do that, and then, I mean, it's whatever. It's good enough.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, there you are.
Bethany Bix.
Oh, you've been here? Oh. How's work? No. Yes. Yeah, all your stuff is in the car. Huh? For right now, just bring it in and put it in here. Is Nate here? I also have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Are we still filming? Are we? No,
Yes,
we're
we're
not.
still rolling. We're on right now.
We're streaming.
We're streaming.
We're streaming.
Streaming. Let's go get something.
Taco John.
I've been to Taco John's.
It all tastes salty to me, so. I don't usually
Well,
eat it.
Yes.
when we drove all the way out to Idaho, Nate and Tim and I, we would see signs for Taco John's, and we were like, okay, let's stop. We never ended up getting to a Taco John's. But evidently, like, someone else had like combined their Taco John's restaurant with a Fun Time Party Palace. So, no, Good Time Party Palace. So it became Taco John's Good Times. And it was awesome. And now we just keep adding things to it. Taco John's Good Times and Fun Time Party Palace and Pizzeria. Eatery.
It should be good times at Taco John's and Pizzeria. Wait, taco pizza? Yes,
I've had it
taco
before.
pizza.
It's good.
It's really good.
And plumbing decor.
Plumbing decor.
Taco John's and plumbing decor. Good Time Party Palace. Eatery and plumbing decor.
That brings it to a whole new level of sketch.
It's like Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage Parlor. But yeah, there's a big spread downstairs when you get a second. If you are interested in tacos. There's also some chips and some lemonade and sweet tea over there too. Plus the berries and the grapes and stuff I've been snacking over there too.
Pretty much. I brought up things that could be browsed over for while we were here.
Thank you very much.
Rather than the food things that require you to go like make a plate and hope you don't make a mess.
Alright.
I figured we were gonna be here all day, snacks were important.
So now the stream has morphed into how many tacos can Elvis eat? The answer is all of them.
There are
Every taco.
tacos Elvis is still eating.
Mhm. Rivaled only with my obsession with chicken. So we're still going downstairs? We haven't done anything else since?
No, you guys are there.
Okay.
You're already down here. You're down here right now.
Okay.
Just trying to get something going. Alright, this room isn't too big.
I want a dragonborn with a mutation. Wings.
Isn't that like one of the things you can get as a Dragonborn? Like a level based ability or something like that, or a feat?
Maybe a feat.
Maybe I'm thinking of 4th edition. Like at a certain level, you as a Dragonborn, you got that.
I know that there's like a swim speed bonus that you can take as a feat. specifically for being dragonborn. Because like most, dragons can... They're just physiologies put together for
Right.
more efficient swimming than most humanoids.
Where the hell's my wife go? Where the hell did my wife go?
Dantooine.
Downstairs.
Dantooine.
It's on Dantooine.
Dragonborn don't get wings eventually. Like, that would... Right?
What?
Dragonborn...
No, Dragonborn don't do things.
Now, if you're a sorcerer, your bloodline will give you that later on.
That's what.
Yeah, if you're Dragon Blood
That's a-
Sorcerer, you do.
That's a class.
okay.
That's a class thing, though, not a wave race thing.
Since there's no shredded cheese, cheese Doritos.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
That's right.
I fail to see a problem.
Me as well.
It just makes it more like a gordita.
Take that one part.
Well, there's a secret door here.
No, I don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know about. He found it. Alright, second argument. We'll say the door is right here. And then,
Is this somebody's sun kiss? I don't remember this being here before.
I don't remember. Might be Glenn's. Because he came in earlier, grabbed a couple of things and put some things in there. I don't know.
I know I put some Coca-Cola in there. You're welcome to have one of those.
Your tiny little Coca-Cola.
Yep. They were too cute.
They are adorable, but they're also basically like the equivalent of a shot of Coca-Cola to me. So I'll drink
Well,
that in
that
2
just
seconds.
means you have to put it in a glass with other things.
That's fair.
I'm just saying,
You're
man.
not wrong.
you're not wrong.
We have so many other things.
We like to refer to those things as bartender friendly.
Not believe we got aliens.
Where did Jeff get tacos from?
It's a place out on Newtown, Holland, called Nico's.
Pretty good.
Not bad. I'd say the flavor of the barbacoa isn't as good as Jesse's, but it's much closer, which is a big plus for me.
Barbacoa is good. That's what I just ate. It's good. It's a little. Oh, no, sorry. That wasn't barbacoa. That was the party nose I just had.
So we are where are we right now?
Hours adventures. That's
We're in here.
yeah, they're all here. Somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there. Just throw them in there. It'll be fine. I'm terrified. I don't know where I am. Let's hope I don't get scared enough to try to use my breath weapon.
If that swarm of rats shows up, though, go for it.
I'll just roast them after I froze them.
Oh God, why?
Throw them on the barbecue.
There you go.
You're right there.
Okay.
I had a
Wrong
taco emergency.
Did it try to go down the wrong pipe?
Tried to go up the wrong pipe.
Oh, that's even worse.
God.
So all I can smell is cilantro right now, and I'm okay with that.
All right. Well, I don't know. I'm sure there are worse things. Can't think of any right now, but I'm sure there are.
Well, it's like there are some people who cilantro tastes like soap to them, and it's a genetic thing.
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel
not
bad
bad
for those people.
I do too. I like cilantro.
Weird. Humans are weird.
Either have the gene for it or you don't. It's weird.
All right. So we are in a seemingly doesn't go anywhere room right now,
Your
correct?
dwarven companion has seemed to have found what looks maybe a way
Somewhere.
somewhere.
What
All right. I would like to help him in looking at that door.
Well,
Since I'm useless by myself.
I found it, so I'm just in the process of opening it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some things, there's stuff that happens.
Fine.
Oh, okay.
We all die.
You look
The
fresh
end.
shorn.
Spoil it, man. Come on.
Looks really good. There is also tacos downstairs.
I heard.
So good taco.
I have a burger.
You could make a taco burger.
Burger taco.
Isn't it great?
Or a burger taco. I mean, really, the options are almost endless within that pair of options.
Combination.
Somewhere, Taco Bell has already done it.
Most likely.
Yeah, and it didn't sell, so they stopped doing it.
Honestly, if Taco Bell made a burger taco,
I
which,
mean,
I mean, to be fair, taco's already kind of a burger taco.
all that matters is where you put the beans. On the outside or on the inside.
It's true.
Well,
And if I don't like beans, it's not going to go anywhere anyways.
Yeah, well,
So,
then you gotta guess you don't have the gene for beans.
I don't have
The bean gene.
I don't have the bean gene.
What about the BBs?
Here, I'll do my shit. I got to. Oh, I
So-
have shit.
Yeah, in fact, definitely figure out it's definitely a secret door because like those same tracks that led downstairs, they continue again
Okay.
to the dust in the floor, and you go right to that area of the wall.
Funny, they walk right to the door.
Yeah.
Right to the wall. I wonder if they walk up the wall.
I'll attempt to open the secret door.
Yep,
As soon as the
and
secret door.
opens up just fine.
And then I punch whoever's on the other side of it.
The
With
falcon.
a great sword.
With the falcon.
You're welcome.
He was upside down. It's fine.
I
You
fixed
made the floor a wall again. I do it all the time. It's okay.
Well, I saw it and it hit my OCD, and as soon as I looked up, I realized that you'd been restraining yourself. And I was like, oh, okay, you're
Oh, okay,
welcome.
that's better. All right.
Yeah.
Alright, so
So we're opening the secret door.
we opened it, we're going through. Since there's nowhere else to go. Well, I mean, there are places to go, people see, but not the ones that we want to,
People that kill, people that do. You know how it goes.
in that order.
In that order.
Tom coming? Oh.
Oh, sad face.
Nate messaged and said that a friend of his, Tom, was in town and wanted to know if he could play Stranger Things. I said I was pretty sure there was a spot he could play. And then apparently he's not coming.
Anyways, as the secret door opens, you guys get through. This torchlit chamber was once a large cellar, but has since been converted into what looks like to be living quarters. There's 10 crude beds that stand along the south wall, each with a wooden locker at its foot. A long wooden trestle table, ringed by rickety stools, dominates the center of the room. Metal cutlery, cups, and dirty plates sit on top of the table. A cook stove is installed near the table, and evidence of a recently cooked meal sits in pots atop it. A large ham hangs from the loop of twine near the stove. A sturdy set of stairs leads to a trapdoor in the ceiling above. There are two on the side, and as soon as you emerge through the door, they point their blades at you.
I'll point mine back.
Initiative.
All right.
Oh yeah. 10.
14.
Stop copying me!
I go first? Holy crap.
Stop copying me!
I'm sorry.
No, you're not!
So you said 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a 10.
She can go first this time. We'll share.
That way it's not copying.
Giggity, giggity.
What'd you get?
Actually, technically, it
14.
is copying because you had me go first last time, and I'm copying you by having you go first.
Oh my goodness. Stop copying.
Look up. It's a catapult spell.
That's a fun spell. What you reading?
Post from
From what?
my
Was it all about how
The face.
Brian is like the best boyfriend
yeah,
ever?
No.
Brain.
They're so happy with him.
I don't know, but today was the first time I actually met you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Was that Kessie's birthday thing? Or last night? 5 years ago. It's the first day we met.
You commented about it on Facebook?
No, but Cassie posted up a thank you for people coming out to her birthday thing. That's when I was still with Brian.
Cool.
Hey, Glenn.
Glenn, it's going.
We're about to murderize things.
Murderization.
Oh.
Just let me know when you stop. Because I'll rename the stream that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I thought
Well-
we showed up right here. And this is where the secret door was. So
Oh.
it'd be right
Oh.
there.
That's the. Gotcha. Okay.
See the
So it'd
tacos
be right there.
downstairs?
I will.
So
I'll take your guy.
and then
And then.
you're all corners, motherfucker.
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 Oh my head.
And then there's just not a thing there.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, you're in your.
Why did
Oh.
you?
You're up.
Did
First
you
before
say
the
your
guys.
head?
All right.
Yeah, I've got stuff in my hair.
The
I don't know what you're smelling.
The
What are you
ham.
smelling? What's up?
it's hanging, right?
Yeah.
You're smelling the burger I just ate.
What? It's Corey Haim?
Yes.
Is that what you said?
I asked if the ham was. I saw. How big is it?
There's a ham?
Yeah, there's a ham
It's
hanging.
burning on your head.
Like in this area here where the cook stuff is up.
Awesome.
It's like burgers.
It's, yeah, Christmas size, ham size.
Hang on.
So probably like 10, 20 pounds.
Excellent. Excellent.
Are you gonna catapult them with a ham at them?
I gotta get it off the rope first. So I take my crossbow and I shoot the rope
Okay, yeah. I'll allow
because
it.
why the hell not?
Oh my
That's
god, we have weapons, but we're gonna throw food at you.
They don't call them iron rations for nothing.
This man knows. I got a 8 to shoot that rope. Crap.
I don't think you shot the
I
Yeah,
don't
you
think
missed
I-
it.
I'm like, crap! And then I duck for cover.
Okay.
Which means like this way, going here.
I'm like, yeah, my friend really hates ham.
The ham's got an arrow sticking out of it now.
Like,
Yeah, you missed the rope. You just shot the ham. That's all.
yeah.
Like, I demand everybody make a wisdom check to know what the fuck is happening there. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, the three of them all kind of look at each other like, get them?
Fuck your ham.
Alright.
All right.
Who's next? You are.
Alright, so I'm gonna let loose an arrow then.
So if you could buy another one.
Try
Frightened only affects skill checks, right?
ability checks.
checks.
Yeah.
Ability checks. Alright.
So not attack rolls.
So not attack rolls. That's exciting because
Which one are you hitting? Or targeting?
Well, are attack rolls ability checks? I don't think
No, they're not. Because we went through that with like I
Yeah.
think it was with Stallings once.
Alright, I am going to attack whoever's in front. Dead center.
Okay.
So
Yep.
that one.
Yep.
And that is a 23 to hit.
Hits.
And then
So where's the spell list?
10 points of damage.
10?
Piercing. Yep.
Damn. Okay.
We say the ham is over here.
Yeah, man. It's sinks right into
It's a
the
green
guy's,
ham.
Green ham.
Poor, sinks right into the guy's poorly constructed leather armor, and like and like he goes. It doesn't go down, but he goes down to one knee and drops his sword.
Ah.
It was a vital hit. All right, Sis, you're up.
I will charge right at that dude who looks to be on his last literal leg, and just bring my great sword down to and just be like, "Don't worry, it'll be over soon."
Oh my god!
16 to hit.
We
Yeah,
should
yes.
probably talk to some of these people before we kill them all.
It doesn't
No.
have to be that fucker. It can be. We got two more dudes.
Okay. We just need one to be a little bit
That's
weaker in
right.
the mentality here. But they scared the shit out of me, and I shot him.
14 points of
What
damage.
happened?
Yeah, that was. You didn't have to roll anything.
I know.
Go ahead and give me the eraser. The eraser.
The eraser? Oh.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
You
Damn.
lob his head right off.
And I stare at the other two.
You know what? Because of that. They are now frightened. Right. Like, and then one of them like kind of like shoves the other guy and then like, you get him. You're stronger. So he moves up.
He's like, you're up!
And he's attacking with a scimitar. That misses. I'm pretty sure because I'm pretty sure a 5 does not hit a dwarf.
Nope. No, it does not.
Doesn't even cut the beard.
he swings it, it's like right over top of your head.
It's like,
I'm down here!
What? Like he attacks you. That guy does. That's gonna be an 18.
18 will hit.
Okay.
Just barely, but it does hit.
Manages to land.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's only 3 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Back at the top of the order.
Second question. Is that that stove? Is that connected to the wall at all?
Huh?
Is the stove connected to the wall?
You gonna beat a motherfucker
Yeah.
with a stove?
He's about to!
Damn.
Dude! You want to know what's not connected to anything?
What?
The other guy's head.
Doing it! I'm casting it.
Oh my god!
That other guy's head.
Send it.
1 to 5 pounds without when it is not being worn or carried within a range of 60 feet. Object flies straight in a 90 feet area. 90 straight. Flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in a direction I choose before falling to the ground. If it strikes an object or a creature, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and starts moving. When an object strikes something, the object and whatever it strikes takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
So it gets a dexterity save.
Which
we'll
one?
say that one, because he was cowardly and sent the other guy up first.
Okay, what's the DC?
DC is going to be 14.
Alright, he will
Is he like
You
literally
what?
chopping somebody's
So he
head
takes
off?
3d8
He
damage
chopped his
from
head
being...
off, and he is now using telekinesis to sling it at his friend. That's what's happening.
I'm gonna...
8.
Those
Make it chomp as it goes.
Pac-Man's in...
13 points of damage.
This poor dude just got beat to death from a
He's
severed
gonna-
head.
He's gonna need some serious therapy. He didn't.
Which one was it?
I love it. I love it so much.
Worst head ever.
Oh my god!
I really wanted that to be the ham, but that's okay.
I mean, if it had been the ham, that would be great. The severed head is...
Not too bad.
The last guy's like,
Not him.
what?
I'm like, stand down.
God.
Stand down. Drop your weapon.
Your turn.
I was like, drop your weapon. I just yell. And I notch the arrow, but I don't let loose. If he looks like he's gonna attack, I'll let it loose, but I'm
you
gonna
wanna
hold
use,
it.
do you want to use intimidation or persuasion?
I think at this point he's already on the verge of intimidation.
And you
so-
know what? I'll give you advantage on it because of all this shit.
Which means it just balances out. I get a straight roll because I'm still frightened.
That's true, so yeah.
Has it been 15 minutes? Do I get a save?
No.
Yeah. So I'm still terrified. Like, drop your fucking.
But you know what? You get advantage on the roll. Because,
So it'll be a straight roll because I
yeah, okay. You get a straight roll.
investigation or what?
Intimidation.
No, intimidation. If you do intimidation, you get advantage. If you're doing persuasion, you're going to be at disadvantage. Well, if you do persuasion, you're at disadvantage. If you do intimidation, you'll be at a straight roll because of your advantage.
Both of them are the same, so it'll be a straight roll.
Right.
Intimidation.
14.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take much. He grabs his weapon, he's like, nope. Hold on, nope.
All the
nope.
Be like,
And I keep my
Your
arrow
Narrow
notched,
arrow.
and I move forward towards them, and I'm like, you're gonna answer all of the dwarves' questions as I head nod to you.
I'm like, what's the operation here? Who's your boss?
What is your daddy?
Who's your daddy? What does he do?
Oh, Daddy, what does he do? Still kind of in disbelief that, like, his friend went down so easily just from a single arrow, and then got his head locked, and then the same head killed his other partner, like,
While he's answering,
All in the span of 6 seconds.
yeah.
while he's answering the questions, I'm getting that ham.
Start eating the ham in front of him.
And meanwhile, you watch your couch star friend go over and grab the ham.
Okay.
Why not?
I've just got my greatsword, like, sort of leveraged against, pointed at him, and I'm like, what's the operation here? And who is your boss?
I just started the doing this job. They come out. They come and go from over there. I'm just a guard to guard this
Over there?
cellar. And
Some-
he points into the very back corner.
Back here?
Yeah, it looks like a wall, but he's clearly telling you, it looks like a wall, but there's actually a door there. It leads into caverns underneath the house.
And you don't know what they're doing in there?
I'm sorry, man. I'm low man the totem pole here. My boss's name, he goes by the name of Sandballet. Sandballet. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Write that down.
He's tall, shaved head, green eyes.
Wait, this guy's just singing.
He's fearful for his life right now. He's kind of,
He's like, we might have scared this guy, honest.
No, I'm gonna. When I realize it, after he's pointed out the secret door. Actually, I'll point down here to this door. I'll be like, "What's down here?"
What's up?
This way. What's down here?
As you glance over it and ask, like, hey, what's that door go to? Because it's barred, from on the side that you're looking at, it's barred. And he says, no, don't go in there. That's according to the boss, it's barred for a reason. Apparently, it's the old alchemist's lair, and there's some shit behind that door. I've never opened it. I don't know what's in there. And my boss's room is right there, and he points to
The other
he
doors.
slaps his hand on the wall. That's right next to him. No, this is a room. My boss's room.
All right, I'll walk around him. Still, sort of with my sword trained on him. I'll walk around behind him, and I'm just gonna kick him in the ass and tell him to get the fuck out of here.
He starts,
I'm assuming he's gonna run past me.
yeah.
I'm like, find an honest day's work.
Thanks for the ham.
Yeah, he runs off.
Fuck that.
First point of order: loot the bodies.
Yes.
Anything of interest?
Nope. A couple of scimitars. They all had scimitars on them.
And shoddy armor, apparently.
Yeah, shoddy armor, scimitars, and the light crossbows.
Okay.
Nope, I
Don't care about any
that.
of that. Then I'll come over to this door. Like, sand bullet! And kick it in the door.
Unlike the barracks area, this small wooden room holds comfortable furnishings and appears to be well cared for. A comfortable-looking bed in the northwest corner has a wooden locker at its foot. A small wooden table stands against the east wall with a padded leather chair beside it. On the table, a brass a brass 3-branch candlestick with 3 burning candles provides room with bright light. The candles, though though not fresh, are far from spent. Under the table is a small wooden box and a unlit bullseye lantern with a movable shutter over the lens. On a shelf above the table sits 3 books. In the northeast corner, in the northeast corner is a closed wooden wardrobe.
Jesus. All right.
Stuff in there.
First and foremost, things that are likely not locked. I would like to take a look at the books.
Okay. The books, there is a volume. You find a volume of erotic poetry, fully illustrated.
Oh, right. Pocket it.
You find a naval almanac listing tide times for the area of coast around SaltMarsh. A total of 100 miles of coastline is covered.
No, I'll pocket that too.
Yep. And then the third one is a treatise concerning the demigod Ilus and its minions.
Treaties? Or you're writing it all down.
Yeah. The second one was, you said navigation.
Yeah, a nautical almanac listing the tide times for the area of coast around SaltMarsh itself. And so there's a total of 100 miles of coastline is covered.
And then the last one, you said a treatise on demigod.
Concerning some kind of a general information about a demigod named Ilus, I-U-S, Ilus, and his followers, his minions.
Is there a general gist I can glean from just perusing through the thing? Like, is it an evil demigod, a good demigod?
So in that third book, as you're perusing through it really quick to find out anything about the god, a sheet of parchment paper loose in it, with a few simple words in the common tongue.
I memorized explosive runes today. Is that what it says?
So there's common tongue written there, and there's also another language written there. If you can discern Goblin.
I don't know Goblin.
Okay. But the common words include stop, fight, lift, and come. C-O-M-E, come.
I was gonna ask.
I mean, after the erotic poetry.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean,
It's a valid question.
stop, fight,
Elaborate.
Yes.
lift,
Listen. So stop, fight, lift,
and
as
come.
in elevator lift, and,
Yeah.
and come as in come hither.
Does anybody have a spell that lets you comprehend a language?
Not today, I don't think. Or
No.
at all.
It's Saturday, so no.
Yeah, it's Saturday. So
As
I'm
you
like
go-
on
as you
Wednesday,
go-
maybe I do.
As you go through each
There's always
book,
some of that.
the books are probably the best looking things in this entire complex you've seen so far, and they're worth about 10 GP.
Each or in total?
Yeah.
Each?
Each.
Each. Okay.
If you were to just sell it to somebody who was interested in that kind of stuff.
Okay. I will then turn my attention to the small box under the desk.
Okay.
First I will investigate it for potential traps.
Okay.
Is it a bread box?
I got an 8. I imagine I don't know.
If so, I can make a ham sandwich.
Probably not detecting any sort of trap. I will attempt to open it unless it is locked.
It's not locked.
Then I will open the small box. Small wooden box.
Small wooden box holds about 12 candles, flint and steel, and a piece of parchment paper that details Sambolit's method of communicating with some kind of ship. As you look through the parchment, the parchment, you see the name the Sea Ghost kind of appear several times.
Isn't that one of those ship names that we had? Or the Sea Maiden?
That was the Sea Maiden or something
Yeah.
like that, or the Lady of the Sea or something like that.
Yeah, the Sea Lady.
Sea Lady.
Or the Lady or something like that. But like this.
Communicate. What was it? The ghost? What?
Sea Ghost.
Sea Ghost.
Sea Ghost.
Space Ghost.
The parchment basically details using the unlit lantern nearby, and then using after you light it, using a series of of the shutters. It looks like to be it's directions of how to signal something, something or someone.
Okay. We'll take the lantern as well then.
Are you carrying all these things, or do you need us to?
I'll probably need somebody to help carry some of this.
So anybody else
You want me to take
anybody
the
else want to
books?
like look around the room or do
I'm interested.
I
in
am
the
staying
port
where I
investigation
can
checks
see
or
with an
anything?
eye towards where he said people come and go. So I'm still, I'm basically just standing ready to loose an arrow. I'm like
assist the room trying to loot the room. After he investigates what was in the box underneath the table, you take a second look at it because something caught your eye. You find a hidden compartment that was underneath the table, and there's a book inside. And as you, I'll just go.
you want me to hold
yeah,
the
yeah.
books.
This looks like
You
to
want
be
me
a
to
spell
carry
book
the
of some kind.
books?
A spell
How
book.
many were
Yeah,
there?
there's like
I give you
stuff
2.
written
I
in
will
the book.
keep that.
I give you one that's the Navigable Almanac with the tides and stuff like that for 100-mile coastline, and I give you the treatise on the demigod Ius.
And
I keep
As
the erotic poetry.
clearly, as you recognize, there are spells in this book. The at the front of the book, like before you get to the spell pages, it's just like a property of Sambolin.
Oh, I got
Okay,
his
so
spell
you need the
book.
book of
Oh,
navigation.
you got a spell book?
I got Sambo's spell book.
Oh shit, son!
So you gave me the book of navigation stuff.
Yeah.
Ah, no, don't navigate.
Can I check the trunk at the foot of the bed?
Sure.
What was the other book you gave me?
A treatise on the demigod Ius.
The trunk contains changing of clothing,
How do you spell that god's name?
Yes.
I think.
It's IUS.
changing of clothing, and an extra set of bed sheets to change the bedding on the bed that's in here. That's about it.
That's it?
That's it.
And then finally the wardrobe.
Wardrobe. Okay. A fancy four-length oilskin coat hangs in the wardrobe. Its sleeves contain numerous pockets and is trimmed in iridescent green silk.
I want that. Around the corner.
I'll trade you this ham for it.
I want the coat.
It's got pockets.
It's silk.
Okay, fine. I'm keeping this ham then.
I was like, if you find me something nicer, you can have the coat.
Oh, I got this in ham.
No, I don't want to.
That's
Okay.
it, just the coat.
Yeah, that's it.
I has a coat.
Alright. Well, I would say from here we probably need to
Yeah,
wrap this up so
Yeah,
we can
I know.
move on
we
to
can move on.
the things. But cool!
That has been the introduction to
Ghosts of Saltmarsh.
Yep, the first adventure of Ghost of Saltmarsh, and there's actually a few more encounters after this that lead, like the second half of the first part of this, I should say, if we ever get back to it.
I'm sure at some point we can do more with it.
All right. I guess
Live
we'll.
long enough.
Yeah. I guess should we pause the stream then? Come back in a few
Say
minutes.
goodbye.
Put on the we'll be right back after these messages.
Bye, guys.
Be back in a couple minutes after we break and reset for the next game.
And that is scene, everybody. Be right back. Supposedly he's doing it. Takes a couple seconds. There goes the answer.
takes a
There
while.
it goes. Yay.